foot in the door with TPUSA. I'm not surprised that he's actually like stepping in and trying to get involved with TPUSA. But at the same time, I mean, he was pretty adamant when Charlie was alive. Like, he didn't like TPUSA. He didn't like Charlie Kirk. After he died, Andrew and Rachel both pretty decently criticized her for taking over TPUSA and how she was going to ruin it and run it into the ground. And didn't she belong at home with the kids? And, um, yeah, I think it's all just a grift, just like the text messages. I said from the start, he's gonna push it off. Oh, next time, next time. I think that the reason why he didn't show the text at the debate is because he wants the views. If you want to see it, all of those
Oh,
millions
you
of
mean
people who are
he
watching.
didn't show it tonight?
No,
Huh, imagine that.
So there may be some traction to some of what Snafu was saying. I saw another video today where they were explaining that when you look at her like LinkedIn or whatever resume, whatever they were looking at, it just says like she went to this university, whatever, but it leaves out completely that she went to an acting school. So like if you're
who
like
Candace is?
Well, no, Erica Kirk's.
Oh, yeah.
She went to some weird acting school where it was like a couple hours once a week. That sounds like you're an agent.
Oh shit, Darth Jeff, good to see you. I didn't see you down there. I don't know how long you're backstage for.
Oh, it's no worries. Not too long.
Welcome. Good to meet you. Guys,
Yeah.
This is Darth Jeff. He's the one I was talking about who left me the tweets.
Hey, what's
Did I
going on?
meet you in Nashville?
Possibly. I was there.
I think I met you in Nashville. Good to
Okay.
see you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
Did you see any of the show earlier?
Yeah, I hopped in right before you were taking calls, so I got to see. So I can still man your contentions. There was the drop of receipts on Andrew's end, right, and then the whole Sarah tomato thing, which I actually don't have all the ins and outs of that. You might actually have more information than I do.
Okay. So what do you think about how his handling of the receipts that he didn't show at the debate, didn't show
I think
tonight?
that shows. Yeah, I think that demonstrates the hypocrisy of Candace when she brought up like having a receipt from the steakhouse and things like this, and him doing the whole drip drip thing was him kind of playing the same game she does. So when she points out the hypocrisy, it's like this is the exact thing he came to criticize you for. Right?
Snow, I muted you. You got some noise going on. How is this show his her hypocrisy?
Because she's
by him,
right? You know, she's making a ton of claims, and she had nothing but hearsay. And trust me, bro. Right now, is
That's
she?
I mean,
like-
she
had like a
That's-
physical receipt or something like this,
She
I'd actually
she,
be willing to give her a little more, kudos.
she showed all of them on her own show and
Uh-huh.
even went over some of them on the interview with Anna
This is
Kasparian.
a
by the way.
legitimate photograph or something like this demonstrating. Oh, what happened?
So I don't want to, and nobody did anything wrong. I'll bring you guys back up from backstage in a minute, but I don't want it to turn into a 5v1. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's all good.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this because it seems absurd to me that Candace, let's say that Candace's evidence is inadequate, right?
Sure.
The idea that I'm going to show up to a debate with Candace, make an opening statement saying that in this debate I will present never before seen evidence in the debate without providing the thing that I said I would, even though it was requested of me. Say that I'll do it on my show, and then string it out till forever until tonight, and then tonight pull the stunt he did. That doesn't make Candace look bad. That makes him look bad.
Not necessarily. I mean, it could be the case. Isn't he Didn't he just have to reschedule? No, granted, if he goes back on live, what is he doing it today or something like this? I
Well,
haven't.
it was scheduled for what 4 or 5 hours ago, and he
Okay,
just pushed the schedule back 24 hours. I don't think he
let's
has it. He's talking.
let's say tomorrow or whenever he streams, he doesn't reveal this evidence. Then I would say he would probably be in this similar boat.
Why does it have to wait until tomorrow? He's already broken the promise of when he would show it at least 2 times. He said he'd show it during the debate. He said he'd show it Friday. Both of those have come and gone.
Yeah. My issue isn't necessarily with that piece of evidence. It's to point out so again, so during that debate when she mentions him going to the restaurant, if she brought up some sort of referent there that she had a physical copy, something like that, I would give.
I don't think
her
she didn't say that. She shared a photo. She didn't have the original copy of the receipt. And Andrew said, "Did you call the credit card processor?" Which I worked in banking before I decided to be an internet beggar, but I can tell you that it's, and Candace didn't respond this way probably because she's not an ex-banker, but you can't. It would be illegal for the company to just answer the call and give some random person out my credit card transaction information.
Yeah, no, they probably couldn't about that personal information, right?
Right. So Andrew's standard for that piece of evidence actually is absurd and illegal. It's not one that she would have access to. She didn't respond that, but
well, the idea here is like even during the debate, if she brought up a photo, I would have given her a little more kudos if that was the case. But during that debate, it was more like, well, we don't have it on us now, or something like this. I don't remember how exactly she responded. The stronger response, like even if I'm going to be in defense of her, would to be, here's the proof, because they had 2 fact checkers that could pull something up real quick of, hey, maybe she did it on her show or something like this, a quick snippet or something like that, just so it would fit.
I'm not sure what proof would work because she validated it to the original poster, right? And I said this during you probably didn't see it. I did a live reaction. For evidence to be admissible in court, if it's a digital thing like a YouTube video or whatever, the original poster of the content has to make an affidavit or testify saying that I uploaded this and it's unedited, right? So
Gotcha.
She did say that she actually contacted the original poster who confirmed the things in it. So she verified that evidence to a standard that is acceptable in court.
Why wouldn't she bring that up during the debate, though? I think that would have been helpful for her point.
It would have, and that probably I assume because she doesn't know it, because well, probably she has been to court with, I don't know. I've been in a situation where YouTube videos were referenced in court, so that's how I know it, right? I would not expect everybody to know these things, but I guess the point I'm making is, and I wouldn't necessarily expect Andrew to know these things either, but my point is that Andrew's finding fault with the receipt evidence, but it's not good. His criticism of it is not very good. It doesn't hold a lot of water. Even the standard he's trying to present as reasonable, even court finds unreasonable because they don't have those standards. And his request is, did you call the processor? No, because it's illegal. So.
Well, even if you had, if you treat this like a court case, something like this, not that I'm an expert, even having someone from the restaurant verifying his identity or something like that would have been helpful for her case, right?
I mean, I just don't feel like the receipt. I don't feel like the receipt did that much. It's not that critical a piece of evidence.
Yeah,
and none of this is proof.
Yeah.
I just feel like he found a toehold and is trying to leverage the fuck out of what's not even really a good toehold.
Well, it just questions the timeline, which I think he has also said, I'm not 100% sure with everything the state has presented either. The thing that he would be looking for is what's verifiably demonstratable. You know what I mean? And so I think that's where he was pushing her, is like, look, maybe you caught a receipt and we can check with a waiter and they can identify him and things like that, then I would be able to welcome that in as some sort of what's it called? Reasonable suspicion.
Don't you think it undermines his entire point in the debate that she doesn't have evidence, that he's out here prancing around, not showing evidence for the thing that he promised he would?
Well, again, not necessarily, because he's not just specifically looking to that particular evidence. So even if, let's just say he doesn't have it, like I'll just grant it for sake of argument. Let's just say he doesn't have it. He's just bluffing, right? He did appeal to other evidences that led him to a reason to say it seems to be the case, as far as we know, thus, like as of right now, that Tyler had some involvement. Now, a fine conspiracy theory would be to say maybe he was coerced, things like this, but you would have to demonstrate that positive evidence that that was the case, like text messages, threats, things like this. And I think that's what he would be looking for, to welcome in that avenue of him being a patsy or something like that.
Well, a patsy is just a sucker or a fall guy in a situation. So that's what I said about the prompts. The prompts were sloppy in the first place because her opinion of whether someone's a patsy, there's no standard for what a patsy is. So his objection is arbitrary. I'm surprised that I'm just surprised at the whole thing's sloppy. I don't think he gave a fuck about this at all. I think he wanted the visibility, which he got. I think I think
it was to show that she doesn't have a whole lot, and her strongest claim is about a timeline, which great. And then we have questions about the fingerprints. Okay, fine. But there's unfortunately 1,000 avenues you can go when we're discussing that. So it doesn't really prove or disprove the positive case thus far that she's trying to. And I think that's
but it is evidence, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what he's been running around saying over and over, is that she had nothing, no evidence. She had lots of evidence. You may not have believed it. It's not necessarily proof. Some of it might be circumstantial, but it definitely qualifies for evidence. So,
well, I think the only other thing was I spoke to some person, and I'm trying to remember that section. I don't think she was even able to recall who there were and why that would be a reliable source. So when I'm looking at this from a debate perspective, it would have been a stronger response to demonstrate some sort of picture for the receipt. And if she spoke and did all this journalism, to have those receipts as well. And I'm saying receipts in air marks for that.
Yeah, I mean, she's been covering this for a year, and in a year, there's a lot. He could bring up anything, right? I'm sure she didn't. She doesn't know what he's going to ask, so how could she have receipts for everything prepared? She did know what the charges were. Do you think that how important do you think that blunder is, that he didn't know the charges?
Well, I don't think he's necessarily concerned. I'm sure he possibly could list them, but the only one he was concerned about was the aggravated murder charge.
He just said murder, which was actually the wrong charge. Yeah.
Well, we could quibble on words there, but I would say that
the distinction is it's technically legally a different charge, right? Sure. So it's a similar charge, but
you could say he's wrong if you're going to get that nitpicky about it. I didn't have an issue.
I mean, he wanted her to call a credit card processor to verify whose receipt it was. I don't think it's nitpicky to insist that that the accurate charge be cited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Have you shot a 30-06 before?
No.
Yeah.
I did a shot. I forget what kind of shotgun it was. It was a shotgun.
30. So here's Jake Rattlesnake is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
He's a pretty big guy, I think. Isn't he 6'2" or so?
Probably. I'm about 6'4", and I think I'm slightly taller than him. So yeah.
Okay, you're okay. Yeah. Well, let me This is a video of Andrew taking Jake out to shoot. That's an M1 Garand. But it's also a 30-06. Could you walk around if you had this down your pant leg?
That motherfucker, it's a man's rifle.
It's a man's rifle.
It looks like something I can put up my leg. I mean, you would definitely have to.
It'd be hard to move, wouldn't it?
You'd have a hitch in your step for sure.
That's why when people got shot in World War II, they fucking died.
Yeah. Huge.
Germans would get cut in half with that. On the other hand, push that straight.
Germans would get cut in half with that. That's quite a different story than what he was saying when he talked to Candace and said that the bullet might have fragmented in the air.
It's possible. Yeah. I imagine. I'm not a bullets expert. I know that Andrew's been around guns longer than I have, so I trust that. I mean, like, we could fact check it if we want to.
I mean, well, so the thing, either one of them is technically possible, right? Like,
sure.
I don't know, if you had a bullet soaking in water or boiling in water for like a year or something, maybe it would be so degraded that it just, misted out the end of the barrel. Maybe there's someone who's so thin and at just the right angle that it does cut him in half. Probably in the first one, he's exaggerating when he says it cut people in half. That seems like
he's exaggerating,
and which I wouldn't hold him to. But then when he's in a debate trying to present himself as having more expertise on this shit than Candace, which I'm sure he does. When he says it, we don't know if the bullet fragmented out the end of the gun. He's saying something that might technically be possible, but is not realistic or a good faith suggestion if you know anything about shooting, right? Because anything's possible, but like, let's be real. These bullets don't just poof into nothingness after you shoot them.
Yeah, I think he's accepting as a olive branch to her theories some sort of other logical possibility. Because I know she has other speculations as far as I know. I haven't really listened to all of them. I knew he wanted to challenge them. That's as far. That's as deep as I got into it.
Let's see. I feel like I had more questions. I'll bring people back up.
Yeah, they're welcome to engage. It's no problem.
Who else? Somebody dropped off. Who was here? Oh, Snow.
Yeah,
we lost Snow.
Dusty, first off, I put in the backstage there the copy of the receipt from X, like the photograph of it. Secondarily, the round that was fired on the box, it says,
I've got the footage for this. You want me to get it?
Says, will not break apart, will mushroom to 2x the size. Right. So, I mean, it's just every because there's ballistic experts. That's why I was the balls tech expert for a while that have done like tests and stuff. Right. Especially with the shirt puffing up, all kind everything he's saying has been disproven.
So the thing, I think that what really how I really view this whole discussion is when evidence, right? For something to be evidence, it requires that the audience or the jury or whoever actually do a little bit of mental work and apply what the artifact into the context surrounding it. And I feel like that thing is, not only does Andrew not do it, he was refusing to do it. And that was basically the core of his argument, was him taking pieces of evidence, but then refusing to apply them into the context that would be required for anybody to recognize their evidence, right?
Well,
if
you elaborate,
yeah. So, for example, if I accuse you of stealing my cell phone, and my evidence is that I found my cell phone in your closet, right?
Sure.
And Andrew in this scenario would be like, so does that mean I stole it? Does that mean I put it there? Couldn't it have gotten there somewhere else? Right? His intention is to resist the evidence being applied usefully, which you would expect out of somebody who's being accused of stealing a cell phone, right? But you would not expect that out of your mom. If you brought it to your mom and say, "Hey, mom, my brother stole my cell phone. I found it in his closet. He knew it was right." Then she'd just get him in trouble because she knows how to put it in.
you would have reasonable suspicion in that case. It wouldn't be probable cause. Probable cause, it could be the case someone else put the thing there, right? So you have reasonable suspicion because it's in that person's closet. So it's fine to make that speculation, but you don't have anything that would give you probable cause.
I think you're confusing terms. So it is evidence.
I'm not. I was
right?
a
Probable cause is a legal term that lets police search you.
Right. I know. I'm a security officer. We I did a class on the distinction. I'm aware of it.
Okay, then never mind. Then I guess I don't understand what. I'm sorry. Then maybe I'm mistaken about why you were referencing probable cause there.
Yeah. Well, like in the hypothetical you're presenting, right? If it is the case that you find my phone and your phone in my closet, that gives you reasonable suspicion. So it would be reasonable to think of me as a suspect. However, you would also need probable cause.
To do what?
To like, I don't know, like let's assume for a second that you want to like hold me criminally responsible and I wasn't involved in putting the phone in the closet.
I think you're getting too technical, and it was just an example to illustrate like the attitude and that I think that he's approaching this conversation with.
Probably what he's looking at, and he probably talked to Alex because he's a lawyer, and that's who I would go to first. What this
Alex
Soren. So he's an Orthodox. Yeah, so he's an Orthodox attorney. That would be the first person I go to see, what's going to be allowed in, what's not going to be allowed in, how the jury's going to, like the whole thing.
I'm assuming you're referring to the guy that was on Andrew's show when they were reacting to the live stream of the hearings.
He did do a watch.
That was Mulcahy or Mullally, I think, right? What's his name?
Yeah, he did have another. Yeah, he did have another attorney also doing watch streams, but Alex Soren also did a watch stream of the debate. So you have multiple, at least two, as far as I know, going back and forth on the legal side of these things.
What do you think? What do you think Andrew's interest in Candace, the accuracy of Candace's statements is? And do you think that he's accomplished whatever his objective was?
I think, yeah, I can answer to this. I think that his entire position was to test her on these wild conspiracies, because conspiracies are fun, but at the same time, when they lack anything that can demonstrate them, you can kind of lose your mind. So it's fine to have these like speculations and things like that, but where he really wanted to challenge her on things that she couldn't actually demonstrate, and why I think he took that is she did have to walk back the Patsy claim. She said, "Well, I'm not saying everyone has to believe
she walked
that.
it back.
It's just something." Well, she did. She's basically the entire. Now, again, you can hate the prompt, and that's fine. But that was her entire. I fully stand behind this, and we saw that she didn't really have a whole lot to demonstrate that. Now, if I had a
can't prove that you can't prove it's not. There's no way to ever prove it's not. Well, right? Because that's the issue with the prompt. They're so subjective. It can never be demonstrated that he doesn't find it overwhelming. It can never be demonstrated that she doesn't consider him a patsy.
Well, you could have logical inferences that would show that. So, like, let's just hypothetically say that Twiggs set him up. Like, he's actually framed. It was actually Twiggs, and he's the mastermind. It was Twiggs all along, and Twiggs turning him in was some sort of scapegoat, this sort of thing. You could positively demonstrate that if you could get a hold of messages back and forth where it would show some sort of coercion, some sort of cult leaning, tactics, things like this. I think those would be things that, if I'm going to make that case that he was some sort of scapegoat and there's like a bigger something darker behind it, I would want anything that would point to that thing.
Do you think that if she had presented text messages, do you think Andrew would accept that as adequate?
Well, I think he would consider it for sure. I mean, like, I can't speak for him, but if it were me and I'm in the debate, because I agreed with him, I was like, I think a lot of her conspiracies are silly and they need to be tested. And that's why I agreed with the end result was he did a better job. Like, you can agree or disagree with the evidence that we have thus far. And always saying, with what I have thus far, this is reason for me to at least follow through. If we're going to give some innocence, you would also have to have positive inferences that show that maybe he was set up, evidence. Someone was coercing him, things like that.
You need some positive evidence, what you're saying. So I guess just to your point that we could have text messages that demonstrated this is a text message generator. They're free online. I can use either operating system, Apple or Android. I can create any sort of text message here I want. And if I were holding a text messages the same standard that Andrew seems to hold this receipt to, I would not only need to have the person whose phone it was confirm that it was there. I would need to have there's no way you can always undermine and question everything, right?
Well, I don't think it's specifically just text messages alone, but I think if you had, because they were in like a Discord or something like this. Let's say it's actually the Discord he was in that they're all kind of rallying him to do this or coercing him, however you want to frame that, right? You would see that within the Discord, like, hey, Tyler, you're going to be our star child, and we're going to put this carrot in front of you. And of course, it's not going to be that obvious, but it would be laid out in the way that they were speaking to him, where you could see that they were actually like goading him into doing it.
Yeah. I just sort of think that
something like that, screenshot of that, I'd be like, okay, now this seems at least like you have an inference where it's at least reasonable to say, okay, so there were other parties involved, that this isn't just his idea, right?
So since Andrew rejected a photo, there's a photo of the receipt that had the name blurred out, which actually seems like
the debate. Did they do that during?
Hold on, real quick. Let me address some donors. Snow says you covered everything. I'm good. Thank you, Snow, for the 10 and come back anytime. She also gifted Powder Dusty membership. Thank you, ma'am. Raging Patriot is throwing jewels at me like I'm the day shift stripper. Thank you, sir, for the contributions. But let's jack those up. Each jewel is worth about a penny, and if you started throwing change at a stripper, you'd get walked right the fuck out of there. Do you remember where we were right before I went into the?
Yeah, so I think if you had logical inferences that showed that Andrew was making a fool of himself, my critique of Candace's when she was going toe to toe, if she had photographs and things like that, that should have been a time where she's calling the mod like, hey, no, actually, I do have this. We can show it if you'd like, and stop him in the tracks. Like,
actually, funnily enough, what the receipt is the thing. At least the receipt. She did show a photo of it, right? And he's still. That's for some reason. That's the
debate, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She pulled it up in the debate, and actually,
I don't think they pulled it up during the debate.
Oh, they didn't pull it up.
No.
Okay. But this.
Is like,
let me know when I can just say.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah. No, that's my whole point. Like, if she brought that up in the debate, he might have like walked that back a little bit. It's like, okay, so you do have something of substance.
Well,
let me ask one more thing, and then I'll pass it off. And and take a break and let sorry, Tim. Anyways,
It's okay.
do you think Andrew entered this interaction in good faith, and that if she was convincing enough, do you think he would have changed his mind, or do you think that he would have maintained his position no matter what and insisted that she was not convincing?
So I do think that he was good faith. I'll answer that first. And if she brought up positive inferences for him to make a logical chain, I think he could have changed his narrative, which is why he walked away from that saying she had nothing. Because when he was testing that, at least during the discussion, we can go to outside sources and say, well, she did have, I'll grant you the receipt. That would have been something she should have brought up during the debate itself. That would have strengthened her position, and that's just me being good faith as well.
Well, she did say that she had it, she said she had a picture, and he criticized her for not having the receipt. But there's problems when it comes down to chain of evidence, right?
It's a
Because maybe
journalist
the defense
obtained it.
wants to use that.
I think I think if I were now, again, I'm not going to speak for him. If it were me in that hot seat with her, even having it fact checked, going to the mod, I don't care how it gets done, bringing that up during the debate would have strengthened her case. It's like, look, I do, but it wasn't brought up in the debate.
She didn't show it, and because
That's what I'm saying.
he said the picture wouldn't be good enough. He wanted the actual receipt.
He did ask
and
for the actual
said
receipt.
that the restaurant didn't give her the actual receipt.
I found it while you guys were talking about it. While I was in the basement, I went and looked it up and then gave it to Dusty. But so, see, this is what I find weird. It's what Beth was just saying about the chain of evidence, right? So can I talk to you, Darth? And I'm not coming at you. I swear, you seem like an okay guy, but I'm just trying to understand the thought process here. So
yeah, same here.
We have to. If we're going with Andrew's position that he did it and the evidence is overwhelming, then we would have to assume that the investigation was competent, correct?
Insofar as what we have that's been presented.
But we have confidence in the people investigating this, right?
So we have confidence with what has been presented thus far. And Andrew always said, hey, if we can show some sort of funnel, here's where I'll extend the olive branch. I think he would too. If we could show some sort of funneling or coercion or things like this positively, it would shift his worldview too.
Okay. But we'd have to have confidence in the investigators to have confidence in the evidence, correct?
We're confident insofar with what has been presented, I would say, yeah.
No, but otherwise, why would we have confidence? Okay, so you're refusing to even just acknowledge that. So, okay, so now, then we would need to have some type of explanation as to why, when there's a gag order on the case, that Andrew would obtain text messages from the widow that said they didn't exist on September 9th, I believe it was. So explain that. And then I just got one last question.
So
I can explain it again if you'd like.
Yeah, you can elaborate. So
what I'm saying is,
he's saying that
why there's a gag order in the case,
meaning
yet Erica said there were no texts saying with Charlie saying that there was any type of problems or he was scared, right? But then suddenly Andrew Wilson gains access to this evidence. She said, I have his phone. Why would Andrew be the one to present this evidence to the world? Why would it not be something that's part of the case that has a gag order on it?
Well, why? Can you go back into why it's is it considered a gag order because of Erica's claim?
There's a gag order on the case.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to talk about any evidence, anything like that.
I understand. Is that because of Erica's statements?
No.
Okay. So then can you explain why the gag order was presented?
So that it's
Because
a fair
I
and
would think
impartial hearing.
I would.
So, but just why would Andrew be the person that gets this information, even though Erica said it didn't exist before? Why?
Because he talked to Andrew Kovac and friends of Charlie Kirk, and they all hold this similar view that he did seem like he wanted to stay away from the trans stuff and their interview, right? So that's the last live stream I saw with him when they're discussing that he was actually kind of trying to cool it because he was fearing for his life, because I mean there's a lot of them that are so mentally ill that when you're challenging their ideology, they think that you're attacking their personhood, and they know
that his boyfriend wasn't trans, right? That was lies.
Well, I don't know their personal shit, and I don't care. So
I know, but then you find it a little bit the way that you can rationalize away obvious things, and then you say, like, you want to approach this logically.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't been able to explain why Andrew would be the one that would get these texts.
Because he, in good faith, spoke to people who were friends with Charlie, and they gave him the message. So
people like Candace.
if they had it, but now maybe it's bunk, maybe it's bullshit. We'll find out when he does the stream. But he
that was
did
supposed to be today, though.
He did go in good faith to people who worked side by side with Charlie, and they're all saying the same thing: is that he was.
So I'm just going to tell you a quick story, and then I'm going to be quiet because this is ridiculous.
You want me to back down on things that are truth? I don't know.
You haven't said any truth. You just said what someone told you. But so
I did.
6 or 8 months ago, or whenever it was,
the very same people that worked with Charlie, knew Charlie, probably asked him how he liked his coffee, are saying the same thing Andrew does.
Yeah. So like 6-8 months ago, Beth could correct me on the timeline, but so Beth's a friend of mine. I was over on Grid's channel. She was up there debating. Andrew showed up in the chat, and it has been confirmed that it was him, came in and said that he had evidence that she had been talking smack about him and all this crap. So she got all off kilter and lost the debate. And it was very, very weird for him to do that like that. And then he never came with any receipts. Right. So there's a long trending. Like, have you even ever spoken to Andrew?
Hold on. I don't know if you've seen. You probably haven't seen it. I went over to a couple of streams ago. I can show you him claiming that he took credit, or getting caught taking credit for some shit I did, and saying he had receipts of it, and then getting caught not having receipts. Basically, I mean,
are we still?
I have the clips and the screenshots of him getting caught lying about having receipts for things.
Just before I'm done,
and for the record,
I'm sorry, Derek, but okay.
Real quick for the record on that, I've asked him for those receipts publicly 3 times now.
Yeah.
Are we still
he defames people regularly?
Owens' point was anything other than to get people to question the current government narrative or established narrative? Like, are we gonna let people keep being that fucking terminally debate brain and let them spin the narrative that it was anything other than getting people to question the narrative? And that's exactly what she did. She gave enough logical reasons for you to question the current narrative.
We don't actually know what her intention is. Or we don't know what they
stated. They stated it. She stated what her intention was during the debate.
I know, but everybody's acting like their intention is to like honor Charlie Kirk and love Charlie Kirk, and I'm pretty sure most people are just feeding at the trough, right?
I mean that goes without. They're all grifting.
Well, I think that's why
they don't give a fuck about it. But she stated her purpose.
I think that gives another point towards Andrew, because the reason why he wants to challenge her so bad is she's legitimately shit talking the wife of this person, right?
Brother, they were close friends before her
creating
and Kurt got
division
married.
within the right. It ends a division within the right side of things to create this division.
He's dividing the fuck out of it. Like, he's not unifying the right.
Well,
He
it wasn't him that did that.
He just joined the civil war. You don't get to join the war and act like you're there for peace.
Oh, I mean, when you're a smaller faction doing your own part to divide the right, and you pick a side in the Civil War, even.
And yeah. I mean, I'm going to say this, and I don't expect you to agree with me, so you don't really have to bother pushing back on this. But I'll say to my audience and people, you've heard me say this before. Anybody who's trying to defeat the left would not have the approach that Andrew has, because what he does is he looks for ways to humiliate people publicly. And if you humiliate somebody publicly, they will never come to your side. They will, just as an emotional response, they will dig the fuck in out of egoic self-preservation. His approach to fighting the left is the most galvanizing approach for the left that he could possibly have.
So let me. Are you a leftist? I'm just curious.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. I'm mostly a libertarian. I consider myself conservative. I know a lot of y'all don't, but I get called a liberal, and I think it's just a generic insult for people who don't really know my political position.
Okay, I get you. So let's, since you're not, or not fully, like it sounds like you're. I used to be in that libertarian. It's like there's some right stuff you like, some left stuff you like, whatever.
Yeah, basically, I just want people to be free.
If you take a person who is full left, and I grant you this entire thing that he bullies them, he's mean to them, this and that, does that take away from any of the substance of his arguments?
Brother, that's not what he said.
Hold on. Yeah, well, he's right. I wasn't saying that the things that he says are wrong. I'm saying that his stated purpose is undermined. He undermines his own purpose through his approach.
He's right. You just don't like the way he's saying how he's right?
No. He is correct. Shut the fuck. Stop interrupting me. He's correct, but he's lying about his purpose.
What do you mean he's lying about it? What's his purpose?
You are not going to defeat the left by galvanizing them into their position.
Okay.
His approach might technically be right. He might be right that a trans person is crazy, but insisting that they're crazy, that they're all crazy, his is not going to do the thing that he says he's going to do. It's counterproductive.
Okay, great. So how do we get people who are in that position on our side? How would you go about that?
It doesn't matter how I would. That's not my stated purpose.
Well, I'm just curious. Like, because you're criticizing his approach. So I'm like, okay, so I'm anti their view. How do I get them on my side?
My personal view is I think that you need to understand that I agree it's a mental illness. You need to treat it like a mental illness, right? You wouldn't go make fun of a schizophrenic person for hearing voices. You wouldn't make fun of an alcoholic for drinking. I think that treating that opinion as if it's valid, as the left does, is like giving an alcoholic a drink and saying, well, it makes them feel better. I also think, though, that going and beating up homeless alcoholics isn't because they're drunks and they shouldn't be drunk. So we're going to go that's not helping anything, right? That doesn't get them sober, and it just provides you some cruel entertainment. So
I got you. So you get the drunk homeless man and you want to make his life improved. So we don't do the bullying. Fine. How am I going to approach him and say, hey man, like, basically what you're doing is bullshit.
I don't know, and I don't need to know. I don't need to provide I don't need to provide the right way to do things to know that the wrong way is the wrong way, right? It's like why a defense has an easier job than the prosecution. I don't have to build the thing. I can just tell you where there's holes in yours.
You can point the holes, and I'm just granting you the holes, and I'm like, okay, can you provide an alternative according to your system?
So then stop right there. You agree that his approach then is counterproductive?
I can grant it, but
Then we're not moving on past it. As long as you're, what does grant mean? Is that like that's like agreeing with it, but without really agreeing with it?
You can be correct, right?
Right.
So let's take
I
that.
can be or I am.
What is the alternative then?
I'm not ready to move off onto the next thing if I'm not correct yet. Am I correct or not?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what your standard is. That's what I'm trying to ask.
Do you think that Andrew's approach of humiliating people publicly,
I'm fine with his approach.
do you think that it convinces people to move to the right, or do you think it galvanizes them in place on the left?
I can tell you that. He was very
Say that
convincing.
again.
He convinced me to become an Orthodox. He was very convincing. And he doesn't take any credit for it.
Did he which is okay, did he humiliate you for being whatever? What were you before?
Not once. No, I was
what were you before? He didn't mock and ridicule and humiliate you in front of people to get you to become Orthodox?
Nope. Never once. Nope. Never happened.
So you're proof that you can sway people to your position without making them hate you and miserable.
You don't have to make them miserable. I don't think that's necessary. I matched tone. So you've been cordial with me. I'll be cordial with you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, your example of how you became Orthodox sort of demonstrates what I'm saying, right? That there's a way to convert people to your position, and it's not. That's aside from humiliation. We can at least agree that humiliation and degradation is not the only way to convert people, right?
Fair enough, but what I'm saying is that his view, whether you like it, dislike it, pointed me towards that view, right? So I can say, okay, we don't like his behavior, or the way he addresses arguments.
You're moving the goalposts.
It's not. All I'm asking is, what would be the better way? How would I get a person that's, let's say, a tranny to adopt a more Christian worldview?
Maybe he and I can do a 1 versus 1. Sorry.
Wait.
Thank you for reminding me. Everybody in the audience, if you would like to see anybody do a 1-on-1, it's $10. We're not ready to move on to what's a better way until we can agree that humiliating people publicly is a bad way to sell them an idea.
Okay, but I'm saying, for sake of argument, let's assume that. Okay. Let's just say,
and the reason I don't want to move forward without the reason I don't want to do that is because I feel like it's a way for you to act, because you know that I'm right, but you don't want to admit that I'm right. And I think we need to have a little bit of like honesty here between us. Either you think I'm right and we're ready to move on, or you don't think I'm right and I need to do more to convince you.
I don't, because I don't know what your standard is, and that's why I'm trying to get to your standard so I can hold you to that standard.
My standard is simple. Is it effective? Does it work? Is
this a method? It worked for several other people.
It did not. You were not humiliated. You just said he didn't.
It worked for me. It worked for me. I saw people on whatever. And
you just said he did not use the humiliation approach on you.
Not on me. No, not me personally.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying humiliating people is not a way to get them to join your side.
Him humiliating me, or humiliation in of itself, is what was effective. It's effective when you see something that you reject and it's being pushed back to the X degree. It's like, yeah, I'm against this shit. I like what this guy is saying. That's what got me on his side.
Okay. Real quick, I snapped at OG earlier. OG, if you guys want to jump in, I feel like I'm just looping, so I'm gonna step back.
Yeah, I was just gonna cut you this stuff off, Unc. He's disingenuous. Like, that's all I was saying.
Hold on. But I think that he's more sincere or more honest than basically anybody we've dealt with from over there, right? At least he's having the conversation.
Possibly.
Give credit where it's due. It is possible, but look,
you can be disingenuous without like trying to be a scumming asshole, right? Like, he just bought the Kool-Aid.
I don't think I've been
real quick. Andrew doesn't single out anybody. He never has one-on-one combos with somebody from the chat. What he does is he beats up the ideology. Hang on. He beats up the ideology so that anyone in the chat who maybe is a non-denom is going to be like, ooh, I don't want to be on that side of the attention. I mean, when does he actually even really like deliver much orthodox tradition or beliefs?
Well, he's not a person that does this. And
Right. He just makes fun of non-denominational by calling them sewing circle. And like literally, like he had those exchanges with those women in the X.
Most of them are. Have you ever dealt with them? Like I've dealt with them for years and years, and his
Are they a monolith?
The sewing circle, I would say yes. They have the same 4 or 5 arguments against Orthodox Catholic, anti-Catholic arguments. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Who or what is the sewing circle? Is it a specific group of people?
Yeah, there's like a specific evangelical movement. It's mostly the same 4 or 5 anti-Catholic arguments. They're really low tier.
Anti-Orthodox or anti-Catholic?
Both.
Do Orthodox chicks wear the awesome skirts like Catholic girls do?
No.
That's a goddamn shame.
Oh. Yeah.
Shout out to Catholic schoolgirls.
But the
college ones, the ones that are over 18, yes, I agree. I agree.
So you guys, you said you're an Orthodox, and now you're defending Catholics. You guys had a schism, but y'all can unite
only defend
to fight.
Catholics when they're right. Only defend them when they're right. I don't defend them. I've refuted them multiple times, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you in a relation? Do you date outside of your Orthodoxy?
No, I would only marry Orthodox.
And by the way, there's 86 people watching, 10 more. I need my boy Darth Jeff needs somebody on his side up here. So, I mean, I know you're doing fine. You don't really, but I'm trying to encourage somebody to come up and give you a little company. Where's Avarice? Avarice swore that he would. I guess wrong guy.
Avarice is gonna raise the temperature. I'm the calm one here.
I'm disappointed in Avarice because I've been trying to get him to come. Like Avarice and I have had cordial conversations together over on like JS Urban Adventures and stuff. But I've been trying to get him over here to talk to me for a month at least, and he just won't do it.
I like Avarice. I've talked to him a couple times.
I think the boy's scared of me.
He is kind of skittish. If you over talk him and you don't like let him spurg the fuck out, unless you're grid apparently, he gets kind of hush mouth and angry and kind of slinks
All
away.
I want to do is cup a hand over his mouth and then fuck him.
That's
I'm just
crazy.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
I'm sick and I tried to not laugh at that and that hurt my throat. I'm gonna drink some more tea to that.
Oh shit.
But no, fucking, and I like Avarice, don't get me wrong, but that's what happened the last few times we tried to talk. I wound up having to, like, bait him out like a deer and apologize to him for being so mean. But, I mean, I think he's a good guy. He just spurgs the fuck out like a weirdo.
No, he's a good guy. He's just loud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of did get soured on him when that shit with Speakeasy happened, when the baby mama offered the information that he started threatening to dive into Beth's life. And I'm just like, well, you can't really be mad at us when the baby mama herself hears her being talked about. And she's like, oh, hell no. But that's neither here nor there.
But I mean, lots of us have baby mamas that we don't get along with. And I don't know. Never mind. We don't need to get into Easy's family. But all I'm saying is, it's... yeah,
I'll be frank. I don't do... the only reason I would ever go against you or anyone else in the chat personally is if you did it first. So I don't.
I agree with that. I think that's a good standard.
That's a pretty base standard.
Do you think that Rachel Wilson should debate me about whether or not she's a feminist?
Yeah. I mean, do you know
that I've challenged her to that?
Would you do it if I can give you a mod? I don't know if she'll
a mod. I want to debate Rachel. I want to debate Rachel herself. Yeah, I want her to defend her position.
Would you do it on Zach's show?
On Zach? Who's Zach?
He's the.
Is he the one that was in the X with us?
Yeah. He's the one that I invited to do like a 1v1 sort of thing. He's a good mod. He'll be good to you.
I'd have to check out his channel and just see how he moderates.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not opposed to it. You should have him hop up here if he's around, but I would consider it. Who I thought would be better. I thought Glenn Lawrence would be a good mod because he's friendly to both me and the Wilsons, right? He's good.
Yeah.
He's friends with all of us, so I think that's probably a mod.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been
I'll
trying to get her to.
I'll talk them both if you want. Like
Okay. Hey, yeah, anything that you can do to get it. I'm kind of pushing. I want to have that debate with her. I think that she's a covert feminist, and I've got her book somewhere here, and I can use that to support my position. And I just think that if she's going to be out here running around talking shit on me behind my back, which she does, then I can call her to the floor to defend her position about feminism. Now, do you think that Andrew should have shook my hand in Dallas? This is let's get to the important thing. This is really the meat, the crux of everything.
I don't know what happened. So can you give me like what happened with all that? Because talking to someone that has a rock over his head on all that. Like what?
Okay.
All,
Cynthia, do you want to do it? Cynthia was there.
So Andrew was coming, and they were outside. I'm Flo's wife and myself. We shook hands with Andrew, and when it was Flo's time, Andrew was like, "I'm not going to shake your hand. I'm not going to shake your hand. You're talking about my wife." And I forgot what you said to him, Flo, and then he responded again with some more.
So after my debate, he showed up to Grid's event, and right when I was finishing, because I was the headlining debater at that thing, and then he and his entourage showed up at the end at my debate. I got down, said hi to Rob Knorr, met him, talked to Glenn for a little bit, and then I went outside where people were smoking cigarettes and talking, and I said hi to Rachel because she and Andrew were sitting right there, and then a minute or two later, I stuck out my hand and said hi to Andrew, and he basically crashed out, started kind of stomping around like, "I'm not shaking your hand. You're the biggest piece of shit ever. You're talking shit about my wife. Fuck you, you big piece of shit." And what I said is I didn't know I affected you that way. And he told me I was a big piece of shit a few more times, and then stomped inside. And then I smoked another cigarette outside. And then when we were walking in, they were leaving, right? So we crossed kind of in the hallway there, and I said, "Bye, Andrew," and he goes, "Bye, Efsler." He called me Efsler on the way out the door.
Yeah.
And that was it. But
there were a crowd of people there, and he was kind of loud, so he did it in front of a crowd of people. It just wasn't us out there.
I got you. So you'll have to forgive me here. I don't watch your content. As far as I know, you have an issue with Andrew, right?
I mean, yes, you could say that.
Okay.
I mean, so hold on. Let me back it up. I actually don't get personally like emotionally invested in this shit. Certainly not to the degree Andrew does. It actually surprised me that he was that reactive to seeing me in person. I have criticized him in the past quite a bit. I've definitely stepped it up since Dallas. I wouldn't say that I like hate the guy or anything, but yeah, he's definitely got a target on himself, and it's going to stay stuck until he flies to Kansas City to shake my hand in person.
Okay. Yeah, no. Let's just go pre-Dallas era. Have you ever talked smack about Rachel at all, or do you try to
actually? So my criticism of Rachel has always been very light and playful. I actually, and I addressed this with Rachel because she accused me of talking shit about her for baby daddies and stuff. And I thought that I cleared it up all the way because I think she was mistaken. I have not ever criticized her for that, and the reason how I know this is because me and Katie, we're a blended family. Both of us have kids from prior marriages, right? So I don't know why I would criticize someone for something that I do. So I'm very sure I have not criticized her for the thing that she was saying that I've criticized her for.
So your criticisms are more her view on feminism or something like that.
I've just taken some play, and at that point, I had done nothing, like basically nothing more than take some harmless kind of playful pokes at her. Like I really hadn't talked shit on her. Now at this point, after the fact, like, okay, I'm ready to point out that she is a feminist, and so I really hadn't even criticized her.
Okay.
I had made previously. I had made
mostly it'd be anti-Andrew stuff, right? Like
Andrew and I have had kind of a gray relationship over the years. More cold than hot, but we know we've debated on the same team before. We've had decent interactions and we've had contentious interactions. But yeah. So when he responded that way, that emotionally, that viscerally emotionally, at seeing me in person, it was a little surprising. I didn't realize that he was that angry,
Well, again, can't speak for him. Let's assume.
Well, I mean, the question was, do you think he should have shook my hand?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to gather information to come to a logical conclusion. I think that'd be fair. So the only thing here is, like, let's assume I start a YouTube channel and I'm just like, fuck Powder Dusty, he's a F slur, and I just stop, all the shit I could possibly talk about you. Would you shake my
hand? I mean, first of all, that's not what happened. I've not talked all the shit about him that I could at all. But yeah, I mean, I think I've talked shit about Rob, probably more than Andrew. Rob responded how I expected anybody would respond. Right? I've talked shit about Grid. Grid and I didn't get along all the time. And that was whatever. Fine. He shook my hand, amicable. Katie was trying to get a picture of me and Rob, but then I had to go off somewhere. So, like, I just was surprised that A, he had that much baggage built up, and B, so I think that the answer is yes, I would shake people's hands, but not. I mean, the scenario you laid out is not the scenario that he was in.
Okay. Well, again,
even now, like, there are still things I won't do. Right there, the situation with Rachel's son won't do it. In fact, I'd still block people who tried to go at them for that. I think that's disgusting, right? Like, so I'm definitely not the worst person in the world as far as the criticisms go.
I guess I haven't seen your content, so I'm trying to understand. Like,
that's your problem. You need to watch more of my content.
Well, did you see when Andrew?
I'm trying to understand.
This has nothing to do with Andrew or me or any of this. This is just as a lifestyle. As a lifestyle, man, you're fucking up if you're not watching my shit.
The question becomes, like, your relationship with the Wilsons. If you're talking like super duper shit about his wife or him,
I'm sort of just toying with you, because I'm asking you a question that's super subjective. I mean, the reality of it is he was childish. It was a very childish move for him. I kind of am happy that it turned out that way, because he's given me something to springboard off of as far as, like, just fucking with him. But no, like, yes, of course he should have shook my hand, right? Like, it's super petty and childish to crash out at somebody over a made up offense. But it's all right. I was just giving you
it'd be case to case basis. That's why I'm like sussing it out.
So, just so that you have more context.
Like, oh, this Darth Geoff guy, I fucking hate him. Like,
so like, no, you're good. Just so that you have a little more context for the next day, he put on a party for his people at a bar and grill that Glenn went to. Glenn called me from the bar and grill and said, Andrew says that you can come if you apologize to Rachel, which I didn't. That wasn't my request. So, anyways, Andrew's obviously not that mad, but he wanted me to apologize to Rachel, and I said I'm not interested in apologizing for something I didn't do. So pass.
Gotcha.
Did you see when Andrew came over to Dusty's and asked him for the text messages between Sarah and Dusty?
No.
Oh man, you've been.
No, I don't get involved with the tomato stuff. I've removed myself since the whole debacle, because I don't like drama. That's my whole thing. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna stage left.
So you left. But you hang out on X, which is more drama.
Well, no. I stayed away from Sarah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Once that whole lawsuit, I used to be on her channel. I guess we don't.
Have we talked before?
I've definitely talked to you before. I don't know if we debated with each other or against each. I couldn't tell you because it's been so long ago. But I do know who you are just based on me being on Sarah's channel. And the only reason I stepped away is I saw drama, and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go. And luckily, Zach picked me up, so I have a mod now that will I can work with and I trust. So it all worked out, all good.
Good deal.
But I'm pro Andrew, so I'm not gonna deal with Sarah. That's the whole thing. But I also don't try to throw mud because it's like, what's the point? You're just gonna get.
And you know what? Let me just so that it's clear. Like, I am personally absolutely fine with people liking Andrew and liking me, right? Like, you're under no obligation. Don't feel like you're under pressure to dislike somebody because I or we dislike them. But the specifics, right? It's if you're saying, I don't know, this. If you're taking up positions and supporting things, or right, you'll get pushback if you're carrying water. But yeah, you're free to support Andrew, whoever, of course, and still be welcome here.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you've been good. So that's my
thing. There's a lot of tribalism. There's a lot of aggressive tribalism on YouTube that I think is self-destructive to everybody involved.
There is some of that. My whole thing is, like, I don't attack unless I'm attacked. I hold to that view. So no, I appreciate you being cordial. I'm not coming in here like, how dare you? You know what I mean? That wasn't my whole thing. It was just to kind of get your view and then like contend with my view.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. I appreciate you having the stones to do that, because also, like, I feel like in isolation you don't ever work out like the mechanics of your position, right? Like, you just kind of get stuck in echo chambers or whatever. So
yeah,
I think everybody's better off when we can have discussions like this. That's why Avarice, if you're watching fucking Avarice, you fucking pussy ass.
Yeah, you better be careful. I'm the tame Ortho, bro. He'll come up here and yell at you.
Is he Orthodox?
I think he's inquiring. I don't know his status to be fair.
Avarice ain't gonna do shit. Avarice is scared of me.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
come on and be vocal. So I keep
Avarice,
telling
if you're not,
I'm the tame one.
Oh yeah. No, Avarice is definitely spazzier than you, but he won't crash out at me because he knows what he'll get. What'll he get, OG? You know what I'm gonna give Avarice if he crashes out?
Get that spanking.
Okay. GT says, because cuckable implies that he likes to watch. This is regarding why Sarah thought I was criticizing her, and you are implying that he likes to watch, and he might just have had a moment of unconscious insecure outburst, right? And that is what she said when I was talking to Rachel when she accused me of talking shit about her. She I don't know if you've seen the cuckable mugs, but she read too much into it and said, well, that's me talking shit about her, and it wasn't. It's just a play on words. It's literally nothing more than that. She inferred the rest of that because she's insecure. And since we're on the topic, if you have not purchased your own cuckable mug, look, I sell mugs, you drink things. So
yeah, and the rest of us just mean it tongue in cheek.
And I dropped a link in chat. And the
rest of us, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I did check tracking, and I believe that Andrew and Rachel's mugs will be delivered tomorrow.
What I was saying, Cynthia, is that when all of us are hysterically laughing at the cuckable mug, we mean it tongue in cheek, just like women are retards.
Yeah, so the question is, you don't think he's actually
when I say
you're just kind of like you're like fucking around.
What? What'd you say?
Do you think he's an actual cuck, or are you like just
Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, it wasn't. I wasn't actually making any sort of it's just a play on words. The crucible, the cuckable, right? Like, it was just a like a parody play on words. I wasn't really insinuating that he's a cuck or anything. Like, I wasn't actually.
Yeah, you're just
trying
shit posting, we could say.
I
Right?
was just shit talking, right? Like, it's not that deep.
You're just doing trash talk. Yeah. Okay.
Just wait till Everest gets here.
Yeah. I tell Dr. Hooliganism that he's a gay libertarian, and I believe those for real though. So that's a bad example.
I wish he would stop projecting. I wish he would just stop projecting.
I don't actually believe that he's gay, but he is a libertarian at heart. But he thinks he's a fascist because he's edgy.
No, it's because I'll put people against the wall if given that power and opportunity. I just think that we should be able to buy guns, machine guns, and the occasional methamphetamines for marches into Europe and other reasons.
Is that too much to ask?
No, it's not, and it shouldn't be.
It sounds
the fact
reasonable.
That we can't angers me.
Well, we can actually, just not. Just be careful. Be sneaky. Just kidding, feds. Anybody watching? It's totally a joke.
We got him, boys. Told you I'd be able to do it. We got move him.
The thing about sarcasm is if you read somebody's words off a transcript, it loses the flavor.
It doesn't work in court.
It doesn't work. Yeah, all of a sudden that funny ass joke starting to sound less funny because they're reading it off transcript in court.
Your Honor, have you ever heard of the defense that humorous? All right, I'll shut up.
The trick is to be even more ludicrous during the trial, and then they go, "Oh."
I'll just look at the judge, like, "Hey, Your Honor, you ever watch Stern?" Right.
Being ludicrous with the court system gets you put in solitary.
Yeah, it gets you more time and a fine, a rather big fine.
Yeah, they generally don't want to fuck around with your games unless you're like El Perro or Hucklebuss. I saw him down there earlier. I think that he's mastered the art of having charges that are just minute enough and being just annoying enough that they just tell him to leave them alone.
Nah, that one dude that was like maliciously compliant and that was like, "I'm the man who lives in the land." That dude has mastered some shit. He's been able to annoy the court just enough to where he doesn't go to prison.
100 people watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. I always get a little like woo when you first hit that triple digits, like there it is.
Boom goes and boom.
And not even one of these viewers is paid for.
Yeah, I've seen some insinuations of that recently too. People in more mainstream are starting to be like, "How come this chat moves so slow?" People are noticing.
I've been here the whole time. Anyways, what else is good?
Thank God.
Do y'all have anything for me, or I'll hop off?
That was it. Whoever. What do you watch anybody besides Crucible?
Yeah. So I'll watch Jay Dyer from here to there. I used to do deconstructing Christianity. When I first started, that was like a big thing for me. Even as a Protestant, I saw issues with that. So,
is that a channel or is that a topic?
It's more of a topic, but if you look it up, there's plenty of channels that they're attempting to do that, and in my channel, show them how their view doesn't it doesn't follow if you're going to read the scripture holistically, which we should.
That is something. That's a topic because I'm agnostic. that is a topic I would be willing to debate, or a prompt, something about, I actually did it with I don't know if you know Dragon Fist TV. He and I had a debate about is it logical to believe in Christianity or something like that. I'd be much more inclined to debate religious prompt with you than an Andrew prompt.
I got you. What you want to do? Is God logical? We can set it up.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll let Zach know.
Okay.
Because he was asking me what you want to do, and my first thing was because like I know you're not like the biggest Andrew fan, so I'm like, well, as one, I think I could come here and extend some olive branches here and there, and come to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But,
no, I think you're good.
Yeah. I'd be happy to get into that.
Good deal. Yeah, there's something feels off about like debating a debate. It's like derivative insanity or something.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like, my whole thing was like, I opened it up to like any criticisms of Andrew. I've known him for years. I've met him multiple times. I've talked to him. I consider him my buddy. He considers me one. So this is not like some parasocial thing.
Hold on, is that actually you, Father Joseph?
Is it?
It is. That's him. What's up, man?
Yo, is that the dude you debated?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I like him.
Welcome.
Yeah.
See, I just see the man you lost the debate to God to, and the man that God spared on your panel, and made you strike your own wife. How does that make you feel? That's why I was giggling over here when he's talking about debating about God. I was like,
I'll still get you. I'll still get you.
He mentions it.
So what he's referring to is I've only every now and then, when you stream for a long time, sometimes you get moody, or I do. When I get hangry, and I got mad at Dr. Hooliganism once and meant to kick him off panel, but I kicked actually my wife off on accident. I selected the wrong box and kicked her off.
It's just so quiet. I was like, you still mad?
Which was a funny enough mistake that I just I just left him alone after that. It's like, damn.
Well, the argument we were having was funny because I'm like, you can't deconstruct everything, Dusty. It won't work. And you're like, I'll deconstruct you.
I can. And I admit that I don't feel like I won the debate against Father Joseph, but in my defense, I did prepare to go against Christianity specifically, and the prompt was
the prompt.
Right.
You still did extremely well, though.
I still think it was
a murder.
Good. It was what?
It was a murder.
It was a murder. I thought that was against your religion. You need some confession. And I need some
this is your God. This is you guys is God testing me.
What?
So this is your guys' God testing me.
You gonna elaborate?
How? Yeah.
Just because I was really mad after that debate, but then I crashed out on Beth's and never got a chance to address it. And now this is happening, and I'm just like, I'm gonna pull the be quiet and let everybody think I'm stupid.
But that's not what you're doing. So are you gonna shit or get off the pot?
And what made you so upset? And what so upset, man? About what?
Because everybody just said Dusty was wrong, but if you can't use science,
Dusty is wrong.
No, Dusty didn't say Dusty is wrong. I said I lost. I said I thought I lost the debate, not because I think I'm wrong, but because I think that he presented better. Right? I think
I used the science.
Better. You didn't use the science. You were just fascinated by the universe.
Right.
Okay, honestly, I'm just gonna.
I'll debate you someday. I'll debate you someday.
I'm getting off the pot, so very simply.
You did a good job.
If you don't care about Andrew, why the nonstop videos?
when you say I don't care about Andrew, are you? I don't care about seeking Andrew's approval. I do, however, like I do care about my locales. I know that we haven't known each other for that long, but before Andrew, there was a lot of other people that I've gone after. I spend quite a bit of time making fun of people. You can say that that's trash content, and that's fine. That's your opinion. But it's Andrew's turn, and I think that he has done everything that he can to deserve it as well.
Yeah. Well, at least he's my friend. All right. Peace out.
That's it.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace out. See you later.
Thanks for joining. What was that? Was that a rage quit?
I sensed it right away.
Quit.
Or was it just like maybe that was the only question? I don't know. Anyways.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Well, he's charismatic, so I don't care.
Which is, I guess, the wrong side of orthodoxy, according to what I've learned. According to, I think it was Bill Hicks I was talking to said that I didn't even realize that there was two sides of orthodoxy, because Orthodox is always good.
Didn't mean to cut you off. It's so assume Catholicism is true, like Roman Catholicism. It'd be the same idea with the SSPX. They're excommunicated. So same idea.
So I don't know of high church bullshit. I just heard the Rob Noor. He's my friend.
Father Joseph, if you're down there, come back up. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask him what he thinks about the handshake crash out, because
he was
the
there.
vibe I got is that he
So he was there at the event, but he didn't see the handshake.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
He did. Oh.
Yes. Yep, he was just about to go inside because I came out to let him know that Glenn was waiting for him inside. He was finishing a cigarette. He was still out there. So I felt like I just got some shade for criticizing Andrew when I feel like it's deserved, but I want to know where he stands on Andrew's behavior, right?
Well, that's why I said it's disconcerting. A member of the clergy acting this way.
It's got fussy with me.
He's not. We don't claim him, so I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I don't care what you claim, as long as he's got as long as a priest somewhere, he's still a priest.
Yeah, he's still in schism, dude. He's not part of the church.
We're not part of either. We're not part of either of your churches. Yeah, it doesn't matter to us because we're not part of either of your churches. I think both sides are wrong. So
I get it, but let's assume for a second I'm not Orthodox and I shit on Andrew. Would that disprove orthodoxy? That's the whole point.
No, I would still feel weird if a Catholic priest came up and acted that way, or a Protestant preacher,
or an
Andrew
imam,
Wilson's
right?
not
You
Jesus.
just hope that somebody of that
I'm not saying
authority
Andrew
level.
Jesus, I never made this claim.
Yeah, but people act like he's some savior figure. It's weird.
No. Again, all I said is he's a friend. He's a brother in
Brother,
Christ.
you literally said he brought you to orthodoxy.
He did through his logical arguments, and he does not take credit for that. I was already
his logical.
Good.
His logical arguments have nothing to do with religion. Sorry.
It does. Do you understand that there's a philosophy?
Brother, if you're not strong enough in convictions of your faith,
I'm just
that's
trying to explain it, and you're crashing out already. There's a philosophy.
Who the fuck is
You are
crashing out?
Wait. Hang on. Are you saying?
I'm trying to explain it, dude.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that? Are you saying that the only way to be logical is you have to be an Orthodox Christian?
Yes.
Ooh, Dusty. Hold on, Dusty. One second. Dusty, I figured out why he's mad.
Beth, was that you? That was beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
I figured it. He's mad because of the banner, Dusty.
Oh, okay. For real quick, let me say thank you to Bob. Bob, thank you for dropping a 20 on it. I appreciate you. You know what? I got proper ones here. And also, let me the ticker, the inmate roster thing. For those who don't know, I have a way of dealing with people around here who have irritated me enough to get themselves a block button, not so much that it's like forever and ever. And that is that I put them on the inmate roster, which basically means they get a dollar amount assigned to their name, and they're blocked until their bond is paid off. However, unlike normal bonds, you can pay this one in increments. Anybody can pay it, and you can pay it up or down. So right now, Andrew's at $200. Somebody could donate 20 and say, reduce him to 180, or they could send in 20 and say, up him to 220, right? Typically, historically, I've had a lot more people on there. Recently, I had someone empty the entire inmate roster, sent in a big dono and emptied everybody. Andrew got put on there because right after we got back from Dallas, he had the audacity to come over in the live chat and tell me to give him a link because he wanted to explain to my audience what happened in Dallas, which I thought was just like crazy. Is precious, right?
Like I want to hear both sides of the argument. Like I wasn't there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's no argument. There's an event, and he doesn't get to explain. Just the arrogance of him assuming that he doesn't have to. He can not shake my hand and tell me what a piece of shit I am, and then come sauntering over to my chat the next 2 days later and demand a link, and I'll give it to him. That's crazy.
It's not though.
Nuts, stark raving batshit crazy, dude.
No, this is past my bedtime. Call in on Sunday and we'll talk about it. You can clip it. I'm not trying to clip you, and I'm not trying to play games with you. This is just not past your bedtime. That's a ridiculous excuse. It doesn't even have to be a long conversation. I just want your take on the scenario. I feel like you're playing games with me.
He could have invited you to his show, Dusty, and explain.
Well, I mean, he could have. Yeah. Okay. So blame it on his wife. Yeah, I'm not calling in on Sunday. I'm not calling in on Sunday just because I feel like you're blowing smoke at me. I'm not trying to clip you either. Right? This isn't a gotcha. I just feel like you're playing games with me. I get it. It's late. Whatever.
Or he could have paid the $200 and got the link.
Or he can pay. No. Yeah, he could. I mean, hell, the last time he was over here, he sent $100 super. It's not like Andrew's out of money. I'm actually surprised that his bond is so low. Yeah,
I tried to.
But no,
I thought Orthodox men were supposed to lead. If you're 10 minutes late in bed, you shouldn't have to worry about your wife getting mad.
I just want to say this: the epitome to logic is saying that you have to be one ideology or belief to be logical. That is crazy. Can you unpack that?
Antithesis or epitome?
Yeah, I
check your verbiage.
I wanted to go back to that and ask him to please unpack it.
I'm sick. I get an excuse today.
Is there?
Me too.
Hold on.
You gave it to me.
Hang on, guys.
Is there a true church? If Christianity is true, is there a true church?
No.
No. Okay. So great. You're not in orthodoxy.
You're illogical.
Yep. That's
Is it logical that without Christ being here, that the church becomes corrupted by men, and through decades and centuries becomes even more corrupt and has spiritual attacks from the outside? Is that logical or illogical?
No. He said the gates of hell will not prevail. So if
they will not prevail, we win in the end, but we still come under attack. We still face trial and tribulation, my friend.
We have trial and tribulation, but you say
men fall short to the glory of God every time.
That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying here is
all
that
men, even priests.
Hold on. If you grant this, then Christ lied to you about it.
I couldn't hear you. You cut out for me. Did he cut out for anyone?
Yeah. So if I grant this, Christ lied to you.
What?
Yeah.
If he grants this, Christ lied to you.
I thought you said if you say, hey, there's these heresies that are developing and
they don't win. The battle is ongoing. The battle is ongoing.
And that includes within even your own church.
Yeah, the battle is ongoing.
not
We
Roman.
win in the
I'm not
end.
Roman.
That's
don't care what
Christian
religion.
doctrine and that's Christian doctrine in general.
Hold
I'm
on,
not Catholic
hold on,
either.
OG. Hold on. Since when is any
First
Orthodox
Timothy
Christian
2:12, woman.
infallible?
Oh, gee.
Wait, what was it?
Since when is any Orthodox Christian infallible?
We never say this.
That's exactly what you are saying by saying
No,
that.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not
Oh.
what I'm saying. No,
Because
no
what you're
singular
suggesting,
person. No singular person speaking for orthodoxy is infallible. We don't hold to that.
we're all made in God's image, right? And
I
Jesus
agree.
comes
I
to
agree.
save
I agree.
all.
That doesn't make us infallible.
Exactly. So therefore, it
Yes,
does not track that you would be the only ones that have
Beth,
logic.
We're not saying we're the
this
only
argument.
ones.
You're
We're not
attacking this
doing
argument
that.
wrong. You're attacking it as an individual.
One
They're
at a
attacking
time,
it as a
guys,
group
before Dusty gets frustrated.
or
Oh, please, she
organization.
was in the middle of talking. Let her
Yeah,
finish,
she's
please.
all welcome to
And
challenge
I
me.
was in the middle of talking first. Cynthia, please.
No,
Doc-
you weren't. They were having a conversation.
Me and
No, it
Beth.
was him and I who were having a conversation because I'm the one that
Beth is
said,
welcome
"Could you
to
be
challenge me.
logical?"
She's
I know
welcome.
Beth is welcome to.
Yeah,
It's
she's
okay.
welcome. Yeah, she's all good here.
So, are you not wanting to address what you and I were talking about earlier, though? Are you not
What
wanting
do
to
you want
discuss
me to
that?
address in particular? I'll address it.
We were just addressing the church. It was before Beth started talking that you and I were speaking.
What in specifically would you like me to address?
Your church is fallible.
No, it's not.
Your church, yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not. No, it's
All
not.
the
It's
church,
the body of
all
Christ.
churches are fallible
No,
because they
it's
are led
not.
by men.
You are saying the body of Christ is not fallible.
Where two or more are gathered in my name is a church, my friend. What you were calling is an organization made by men.
No,
And that
I'm
is
not.
fallible.
No, I'm
Yes,
not.
yes, it is
No,
fallible.
I'm not.
Just
No.
because you put on your robes and go, Jesus touched so and so, it touched so and so, it touched so and so,
No,
and we're in
established
communion.
the church, brother. Christ is
Brother, you people schism
men.
from the Catholics. You
They
guys
s-
schism
No,
from the
they left
Catholics.
us. What are you talking
No,
about?
you both
No, they
tried to
left
leave
us.
each other.
They
You both
have
tried to leave each other.
They have forged documents against us. What are you talking about?
They forged
left
documents
us.
against you.
They have
No,
forged documents against us.
the thing about Christianity is the
You're
thing
a
about
lie
any
miser.
Christian church.
Go to
The thing
liturgy.
about I'm not even
You
a
are a
Catholic
lie
or an
miser. Go to
Orthodox.
liturgy. You are lying,
Brother,
for your
I do not like Catholicism. You have no idea what my ideology is. I just know history, and I don't
You
give a
just
shit
told
about
me
your
that
propaganda.
Rome left. You just told me
You
that
left
Orthodox
Rome.
was-
You
no,
left
we
Rome.
did not. No, we did not. Rome
Who's
left
spurging
us.
now?
I'm not spurging at you, bro. I'll
Your
tell you
voice
the truth.
literally cracked.
This is the truth.
You're
They
muted,
left
Dusty.
us. They left us.
Oh, I was just
That's their
blessing
problem,
them.
not
They all
us.
need Jesus or something, and they all need Jesus and Xanax.
Xanax.
Amen.
Yeah, he was so cool with you. Yeah, he was so cool with you. And I guess he's right. He matches energies.
I do. I do.
There is no. I'm being cool
no, I
and
agree.
chill.
You had high. No, you brought high energy and he matched it. But if you're cool and chill with
I
him,
promise
he'll be
that.
cool and chill with you. No, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I was saying.
All right, silence, little finger.
I try to set.
No,
I'll
it's
mention, guys. Like, if you want to be cordial, I will answer to orthodoxy.
I'm
but
being cordial with you. You're the one
no,
that's
no, you're not.
being
No,
obsessed.
you're not.
You just
boys.
I just
Boys, can we all agree that I'm the best pope ever?
Yes.
No. No.
If you're a pope, you can go fuck yourself. I don't like the pope.
Y'all need to send in your tithings and your confessions so that I can judge you for the things, the creepy, weird shit you do.
No.
You know what? I'll do that. I'm gonna send you pimple popping video.
God
Forgive
damn
me.
it.
Forgive me, Father Francis.
I was thinking about sending him some, surgery videos. A nice
Just send it. Just hint him everything.
You guys deserve the hell you must live in with all those pimple popping videos. I don't know what's wrong with people.
I don't actually watch them, but I will look
thing?
them up to fuck with you.
Like,
not so much the pimple popping, but I don't know.
That shit deserves another flood.
I don't know why, but I will say, goddamn, dude. Send the asteroid. We are ready. But no, like surgery videos. I mean, it's just that techniques have changed so much in the past 50 years. I don't know.
I can understand why people enjoy surgery videos. I cannot fathom the pimple popping ones, and it's like just even talking about it is disgusting to me. I'm taking a lap. Otherwise, you guys will keep talking about it to me.
Do you like the hoof ones? Do you like it?
Oh no!
Do you like it when they clean the hoofs of the cows or the horses?
Yes.
The hoof ones are cool.
Oh, he left us. Those are cool. I do like watching the hoof GPT or GTP or whatever.
I do too.
Yeah.
Hoof GP.
I was on the way to head out, but that got fun, so I guess I'll stick around.
I just want to say your name once, and I don't want to make you angry, but I'm going to try it a couple of different ways and see which one I prefer. There's Darth Geoff, which is my personal favorite.
That's fine.
That's good. Darth Jeff, is that correct?
I go by Jeff. I can explain the lore if you want to get into that.
I'm not terribly interested in the lore. This, like I said, this isn't a slight against you. It's just I have a buddy of mine. I have two friends, both spell their name the same. One pronounces it Jeff, and I'm not joking. The other one pronounced it Geoff to be different.
Yeah. Yeah, so my parents named me Jeff. It's spelled Geoff. And from childhood, I got Geoff and all sorts of things like this. And I used to take it so personally, and now I just stare into the skits, you know.
I get it. But my two friends, which when I talk about the third person, it's my two friends, Jeff, because I don't want to explain the Geoff thing, right? Mm-hmm. But if you meet him in person and you call him Jeff, he's like, whoa, my name's Geoff. And he did that when he was in like grade school, when he was in like fourth grade, third grade.
No, same thing. I get Geoff and I'm like, no, it's Jeff. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, same thing. Used to take it very personally, and then I just stopped giving a fuck.
Well, I understand where he's coming from. He had 4 people named Jeff in his like primary class, and so his was the only one spelled different, and so he changed the pronunciation so he wouldn't be constantly answering to Jeff. His mom lost her shit because she named him after her father.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and she got mad. And then one of his great aunts like came down to visit when he was like 12 or whatever, and there was this this was great, dude. I was high as hell watching this shit happen. It was fucking hilarious. This 90 some odd year old woman was absolutely tongue lashing this like 33-year-old woman over the fact that, but your great uncle Geoff was, and that sentence ends the conversation because apparently the person he was named after had a similar problem and pronounced it Geoff more jokingly than he did, but it was something that happened. So like, just shut up, woman.
No, it's so funny, like growing up, because I have the G spelling. You get Geoff. Someone called me Godfrey at one point because my full name's Jeffrey, and I'm like, where'd you get the D, bro? Like, it's not even in the name.
They're just trying to give you an upgrade to God.
They're just trying to get under your skin. So I stopped giving a shit. Like after a while, I'm like, call me whatever you want. Jeff is fine. I don't care.
Well, I'm just saying from the perspective of having to choose like a Darth name that's not your own name, going with the same spelling and a different pronunciation is just Cynthia enough to pass muster, bro.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is a troll. So the Darth part comes from Andrew and Geoff. So when I first doing streams and things like this, I don't know if I had the Darth. Maybe I did. I can't remember. The Darth part comes from his whole like join the dark side of the Force, and I played into that. And
That's a pretty bad imagery for someone trying to be an Orthodox Christian, correct?
What was it?
I said, courting, as it were, the dark side of the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not a bad image for Orthodox Christianity?
I don't see how that is.
Weird choice.
I think the dark side was the good guys, actually, and the Jedi are the liberals. And
the
I haven't
Jedi in their lives.
Now, sir, that's pure propaganda. Us Darksiders, we got cookies.
Yeah, so again, I gave into this, and I knew because of the spelling of my name, I understood that people miss. It might not have been Geoff originally. I can't remember, to be fair, but they see Geoff and they Geoff, and the first super chat I sent to Andrew, he said that. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna stare into it. But both him and Rachel
just stare into it and look at the decisions that brought you to this point.
Yeah, he's actually Jeff.
He's going to force you to stare into it.
All right, Marte, calm down.
Dude, that was 10th man that forced me to stare into it. I still don't forgive you.
Yeah, at least you didn't see speakeasies.
I like how the good guys
click that link, bro. I did not click that link. I stopped clicking links.
I'm gonna stop it.
You were on stairs when that happened. That's where that clip came from. But no, I love how it's like, yeah, and Darth Vader was a retired military veteran that was injured in service, and yada yada yada. And then the way that they proved they were the good guys was by blowing up that planet. That's how they proved it.
Look, I blame
the lore of Star Wars.
The first Death Star was completely reasonable military target. The second Death Star was actually a terror attack.
Not really.
Right, because they weren't going to blow up any more planets. They made it for your birthday. It was a surprise for your birthday.
Counterpoint. That planet was engaged in a rebellion and an uprising and had to be put down. Yeah. They were all complete sense. Valid military targets.
He's getting it. He's getting it.
Yes, entire planets.
Yes.
Makes sense.
You mobilize a planet of that technological level for war.
This is Force doctrine. Hey, you're going to do the things we tell you to do, or we're going to blow up your fucking shit. So
that's not a very valid threat, though.
Blow the fuck up.
Let's do the math on this. How many times do you get away with blowing up an entire planet of workforce before you start running out of immigrants to bring in and fill in the jobs?
Well, I mean, in a universe of space, in a universe like Star Wars, I mean, you have like unlimited planets with unlimited people.
Yeah, but they're not all to a technological level capable of competing on the even playing field of the galactic conquest situation that we're currently involved in.
Yeah, but the number that are is like in the fucking millions or trillions. It's an entire galaxy. Now there are
we've got more.
Yeah, and you can uplift. Oh no, dude. See, you only get more. See, this is why communism and socialism will never win. Only National Socialism and fascism and capitalism are possible for the future because you only get more fascist, authoritarian, and capitalist. No, monarchy fails. Monarchy fails.
Why not? Why not? Let's assume.
Hold on. Somebody said Star Trek. Hold on, wait. Somebody in chat said Star Trek, and I wanted to finish what I was saying. You never get the actual Star Trek because Star Trek and communism requires some gay fantasy technology or something that doesn't exist. All right, my bad.
Yeah, you've got teleporters and there's matter manipulators that let you just create a cooked steak, that kind of stuff. That's magic, right? I mean, also there's the whole teleporter question. You notice Star Wars doesn't have any teleporter, right? You know why? Because they don't commit suicide just to teleport themselves across the galaxy.
Yeah.
This is why teleporters work in Star Trek, but not in Star Wars, is because in Star Trek, you're just a cog. You're just a piece to fit the machine for the state. Whereas in Star Wars, all of these different planets have different beliefs and deities and everything.
Well, there is always some level of individualism in those three ideologies or economic systems that I have, right? There's always some give and take about you being a cog in the machine as well. The simple fact of the matter is, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and like people tend to work.
I hate it when people say that. OG, you know this.
And that's why
we're not a chain, bro. We're not a chain. We're more like a rope. We are different ideologies and idealists strung together in a loose association of ideals in general. And like me and you, we don't agree on some things, but there's a lot of stuff we do agree on. On the other hand, there's stuff that me and Dusty don't agree on. There's a bunch of stuff we do agree on. So like it would be difficult for all of us to like randomly end up in the same unit fighting for the same cause. Unlikely, but it's not impossible, I suppose. On the other hand, in your case, we all end up in one unit. You end up in like command position, and I'm not a fan.
Come on, you know that I'm completely capable of tackling that situation.
I'm not allowed to say what it is that I would do to you in that situation.
Why would
you want to frag me? Yeah, it would be, sir. You're committed of war crimes, yes, and I'll do it again. More this time.
I'm going to make Canada blush.
Oh, absolutely. See, my thing is, I could never be a military leader because I would fight to win, and I would fight to get people home, and that involves napalm, lots and lots of napalm, and making Chuck proud.
Well, I mean, napalm only has certain uses, like for instance, consider this. Your napalm and Chuck, this goes for Chuck too. The napalm approach is very similar to the big blitzkrieg approach in the early days of World War II, when they actually started kicking off internationally, right? There was no consideration for the citizens. The civilians were simply fodder to run the war machine faster and farther.
Yes.
So when you start running around dropping napalm, you run into the same problem. You're going to hurt somebody's daughter. You're going to hurt somebody's kid. They're going to get pissed off, and you're going to create somebody like a Carlos Hathcock or a Genghis Khan. You're going to create your greatest nemesis that will rise to the fight. Now, whether or not they can actually defeat you is another discussion.
Genghis Khan was literally the guy who created the type of people you're talking about. The problem with the scorched earth tactics. The problem with scorched earth tactics is if you don't go far enough, they're ineffective. That's the problem with scorched earth tactics. You have to be willing to just completely and utterly depopulate an area.
Okay, a depopulation war is one thing. If that's the goal, fine. But if you're still going to have people living in that territory, you're going to end up with a situation similar to what we're dealing with in the Middle East, where we've trained 3/4 of the fighters that are actually fighting against us in this theater or trained either by U.S., Australian, or English freaking training.
Yeah, we haven't fought a war since World War II because this shit is just regime change. After regime change, endless bloodshed. This is not about conquest. This is not about resource extraction. Well, in the neo-colonial terms, it is, but it's not. Don't believe the fucking hype. This ain't war. Like we're basically a bunch of little African tribes playing at conflict now to the point we forgot how to actually wage war. This isn't total war like against Germany or Japan.
I would argue this isn't even war. I hated the term drug war. I hated the term when they were talking about the the war against pretty much anything that government goes to war against immediately increases like 20-fold. So if you're trying to go to war against, I don't know, misogyny, you're going to make a bunch of misogynists.
We need to declare war on the economy and money, I guess.
Well, I thought the Democrats had that covered.
Well, then your logic is flawed, good sir, because it's not increasing.
It does take time.
Well, you guys have 50% tariffs with all trade with Canada now.
Oh man, you see that? You see that? 2 hours.
Enjoy it.
2 hours and 9 minutes in effect. That changes.
Enjoy it.
Wait, what?
They went into 50% tariffs on Canada at the stroke of midnight.
Yeah, those goddamn Maple Leaf suckers need to chill the fuck out anyway. I swear to God, they're running around with
it's only on like alcohol, cars, and a couple and dairy, right?
That's pretty important.
Why would we?
Cars, because this is the one, I tell you, this is the one power that the president doesn't need anybody else's approval. He can do it, and tomorrow he can change it again, and nobody can stop him. So apparently there were some talks, and he wasn't happy with the communication, and so this is what he does to get them to see things his way. I'll say it that way.
Well, keep in mind, this power was specifically given to the president to basically manipulate markets in favor of the U.S. by use of a tariff system instituted by a single individual so that a single plan could come under effect. Because if you put it to a committee, everybody's going to have a different idea, and the vote's never going to come in to actually tariff anyone. I mean, hell, it financed the United States government for what, 110 years or something?
I just. What did you say?
Dusty.
Oh, he's given up on us. He'll be back. You're right. You're right, Sasquatch.
They went for a small walk.
Yeah, you just don't think that he's going to use it so petty. I don't want to say petty, but
that is its purpose, madam.
That
is the reason it exists.
But it's in the 10 years that I've been in this business, no other president's done this.
That doesn't make it wrong.
Not one time.
That doesn't make it wrong.
It doesn't make it right. He's doing it for.
That's just your lifetime. In the history of the country, the tariff system was utilized for over half of the country's history, specifically to finance things the president thought was important enough to be financed without government approval.
I don't think he's doing it for that reason. I think he's doing it for like, oh yeah, you don't want to give me that.
I forget you can read minds. My bad.
No, I can understand behavior. He's changed, y'all. He changes this damn near monthly. He doesn't just change this every so often.
What's your point? It's at his discretion to change as he sees fits according to the law.
I doubt that he's using it for the right reasons, and I don't want to.
Oh, so they have to use it for the reasons that you believe are correct, and not the reasons that were written into the Constitution by a bunch of genius level individuals who are trying to protect as many people as possible in a single phrase. Interesting.
You don't have to agree with what I think. I'm telling you what I think. You don't have to agree with it, but you're not going to change my mind. As someone who sees it the way I do, and the way I see it every day at work.
So you are set your ways. There is no discussion. You're just bloviating for fun. Is that right?
I'm not even listening to you at this point.
Well, that's what you said.
I'm pulling this article to show everything because he was saying it was the car, and I was trying to find the rest of it because I did read that part earlier.
It's 50% tariffs on dairy, vehicle manufacturing, and alcohol.
That's going to be a problem with the vehicle manufacturing. That's a huge problem.
No, GM Canada has multiple giant corporations that GM operates out of.
I found it. Automobiles, steel, aluminum, and forest products. Steel and aluminum, Cokes, all of our canned food, all the canned food that comes from Canada. Oh my goodness.
Forest products, so any lumber.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I think that also counts half of your gardening stuff too, because most of that is derived from like leaf litter and stuff like that.
Like Americans all told me they don't need our shit.
All of you talk to all the Americans?
Every time this conversation comes up and I say this is a big mistake, a lot of your guys' really important shit comes from here. You don't understand. And people are like, we don't need your shit. We're America. So
who here who are you talking to?
I've heard it many times. I'm sure you guys have heard people say it to me.
Is the ghost here with us now?
Americans
could do.
Are you hearing voices?
Yeah. That's what I want to retaliate.
Well, hold on. What is just Cloud Chasers? What is CA? Oh, Cloud Chasers. Will you be willing to collab? Okay. I don't know what. Sure. Let's collaborate, I guess. Go ahead. I was just confused by that question.
Maybe not with the entire fellowship, but certainly with you. Is there something wrong with the retaliation?
Yeah.
You can make all jobs local. I don't see the issue.
Well, if it affects the whole entire country.
Well, retaliation just affected both countries.
Hold on, that would affect us positively.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're creating more jobs within the system, right?
Are you talking about bringing manufacturing home?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, my. Should I go back? Should I mute the tab again or should I address it?
I'd go back to the bathroom, dude.
Actually,
what did you just say that's going to be
1v1, Dusty?
Huh?
What's the cost?
Yeah, take y'all back to a 1-2. Oh, the cost? $10.
Yeah. Okay, so
I didn't hear the question.
1v1.
Dusty's double. I forgot.
Beth really wants to engage with me. I'd love to do that.
What?
I don't know who's talking to who.
I didn't say anything. I've been quiet.
Well, no, he typed that in backstage like almost 10 minutes ago, I think before the Star Trek conversation set up.
Y'all were talking about earlier, Beth.
I can't remember specifically what the topic y'all were battling back and forth with, but I'm interested.
Christianity and logic.
Star Wars versus Star Trek.
No, that came in right after that message.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
Well, I'm not going to debate that.
Bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. would be a permanent return to a lower standard of living, and the reason is because labor is an input. Labor is an input, right, into a product, and so if you have a more expensive input, which American labor is more expensive than like Taiwanese labor or Cambodian labor, if you have a more expensive input on the final product, then that means you could for your dollars buy less stuff.
No,
yes.
Because the tariff is there because the product that is being developed costs less. That's the whole point.
That's not. What? No, it's not.
The tariff.
What?
It's literally the whole point.
I don't need say that again.
The whole point of having a tariff on another country would be the cost of labor.
No,
literally,
it's a way of raising tax. It's a way of raising taxes primarily.
No,
yes.
Yeah,
it serves to raise taxes and then influence decision making to increase domestic production of whatever item or industry is there. And when you have this administration, it fails spectacularly on both.
The idea here is to increase on domestic industry, so this opens up for jobs. The idea here is to get jobs back in America.
If he was trying to do that, he would subsidize that industry coming back. He's not.
Did that by
trying to punish
saying, look, if we're gonna import goods from China or something like this, there's a tariff on that. There's a tax on that.
Right, you realize farmers are
absolutely.
Hold on. Tariffs and taxes are different. These are two totally different things with totally different mechanisms.
What I'm saying here is that mitigates the point. I don't see how
So,
anyone else would see that.
historically
I
speaking,
trust Dusty. He went to school for economics.
Appeal to authority.
historically speaking, the way
I went
tariffs
to
have been
school for
used
philosophy. So
has
there
been
you go.
to offset animosities. It's not usually used in a direct manufacturing approach. Like typically presidents don't put a like OG was saying, a subsidy on a particular business to give them the revenue to ramp up production and then tariff the opposition, which would make sense. Instead, they just poof, surprise tariff, and then it sends the market into a little bit of a squiggly, and some people know how to profit off of squigglies, and then he reduces the tariff, and suddenly the market jiggles again, and we profit off that again. This is all money market operations.
Again, the idea here is if I can say, hey, I'll import China salt, I don't care what it is, and it's cheaper, then that product will be tariffed.
Right. So the way that tariffs
that would.
Do you see OG? Do you see why
outwards?
Yes. No, I get it. I get it.
we
People
can
that
do
don't
it
understand economics talk on economics. That's why I listen to you. But you know,
it's
I know
okay. And
enough
like
to question.
I hate the elitism or that like it forces me into portraying. But like, bro, I understand what you don't understand. 1,000%, but I'll shut up.
Well, see, my question for you is: there is a level of not indoctrination, but institutional thinking when you go to college to learn a certain subject by a certain group.
True. Right. That's why I don't like flexing it. So.
Yeah.
But you can these economic principles. Hold on. These economic principles are demonstrable, right? Tariffs go up, the cost of goods go up, right? So this isn't just a concept that we can't actually see in our day-to-day lives. Economic concepts are very applicable.
It's a feature.
It's not like string theory, right? Where like how the fuck would you test string theory? You know.
Well, that's why I don't argue with you, because it's a feature, right? It is a tax on the poor. It's not a tax, but it acts like a tax, and it affects.
It acts like a tax. Because there's two ways to raise revenues, right? Like they could increase corporate tax, which is what Kamala Harris wanted to do, right? That would have trickled through the corporation to the consumer, right? That cost gets passed down. A tariff does the same thing because all that cost is ultimately passed down to the end consumer. Just with tariff, it's more focused on.
They can always, if they will. Go ahead.
What this does is influence.
My brother in Christ, I'm sorry, you're completely wrong. I actually want to hear Dusty.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Can we let people finish?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me just. Okay, how does it do that?
Okay, so let's assume for a second we take away the imports and we do everything from the nation.
Hold on. No. We're talking about tariffs. We don't actually take away the imports. We just make them more expensive.
This is the point of the argument. That if
I want to walk you through the. Hold on. I want to walk you through the logic of how a tariff
I'm about
causes.
to walk you through it. So if you tax an import, the idea here is to grant the fact that if we do it locally, it's cheaper.
But why it's cheaper? Because we made the other product more expensive, right?
We make it more expensive.
Right. So stop. There's a reason there's two of us up here. Okay, so we're not actually lowering our cost of production. We're just making the substitute more expensive. No, only comparatively.
Everything is local. If we
listen to me. Tariffing imports does not make local production more efficient. They're different things.
Of course it does, because it mitigates.
No, it doesn't.
Of course it does.
Because why?
Because if you're going to get something that is tariffed to you, you're going to have to spend more as a business.
Right. So the way that tariffs make local.
The incentive is to go local.
Right. Because but the local product, listen to me. Okay. You've got Charmin toilet paper that's made locally. Let's just say it is. Charmin toilet paper costs, I don't know, $10 a roll. Right. Angel Soft costs $5 a roll, but it's imported, right? If you make Angel Soft cost $10 a roll, Now we've got both brands costing. Now people might as well buy Charmin. It's better toilet paper and it's local, right?
Sure.
But toilet paper is more expensive for across the board. Nobody can wipe their ass for cheap now.
Well, most of it, I don't think of any of that as local.
What?
Like, I could grant the hypothetical.
You just slobber on yourself? What the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, if we make the Angel Soft cost $10 a roll,
I get that,
now
but
everything is $10 a roll, right? So
already asserting that those things are local. That's not my point.
I was making an example. I'm trying to. I'm using an example that
your analogy. You would have to take one thing that is built and constructed within the United States versus something that is imported, and make that same inference.
I mean, we're using. I'm just trying to illustrate a simple principle.
Well,
we don't. No, you're making an objection that doesn't make sense.
No, it does. It does, because you would have to.
Let's just work with toilet paper. We'll just do simple things. We'll just do a simple product, toilet paper.
Take corn. So there's farms that are in America that produce corn.
Yes, I live in Kansas.
Sure, it don't matter, right? So there's farms that can produce this at a lower value rate because they are not being tariffed. The tariff mitigates the fact that we can import corn. We can.
Why?
But if we do,
the reason,
that corn is going to be more expensive because.
But the reason why foreign corn is cheaper than local corn is because we have to pay local workers a certain wage that's way higher than foreign workers.
That's why the tariff is there. That's the whole point of the tariff. Welcome to the argument.
Right. What do you mean welcome to the argument? So again, we're eliminating foreign corn, right? Even though the American consumer has been saving money by buying corn on the cheap from China, now we're making that so it's not cost effective. So effectively, every corn product that we buy now has to have expensive labor input. Everything got expensive.
No,
you don't know me.
No, you make it cheaper by making it local. It'd be way cheaper for
you.
To buy
okay, why is it already? You don't. If that were the case, it would already be cheaper.
It already is. It's already.
It's not.
It already is.
Holy fucking shit!
The price of gas
kidding.
Is lower. Like, what are you talking about?
Why is it that we manufacture? Why is it that every lighter is made in China?
I don't know.
Then how the fuck can you argue with me about economics if you don't know why we move shit across in the first place?
Because my whole point is philosophical, bro.
Because you're a debate.
You need to engage the mechanics. Like this is not a like. You don't know the mechanics of it. If your philosophy, if your prescription, if your economic prescription or your policy prescription doesn't actually work in the real world, it's a shitty prescription.
To make the product over in China or something like this.
If I tell you that if everybody reaches over and jerks off the guy to the left of them, that America will prosper and we'll get rid of all the immigrants, are you gonna start jerking off the guy next to you, or are you gonna take a look at my claim and see if that actually works?
I'll look at your claim.
Well, but it's philosophical. Just start jerking off his dick.
No, I actually want to engage in.
Okay, well, you might like it. I do.
Not jerk off another guy. Not into that.
Damn, I was just trying to get a blowjob or a hand job out of it.
Well, don't you see that being a debate bro is just as gay as reaching over and jerking off another guy? Like you engage in this fucking.
Actually, can you demonstrate that? Can you demonstrate that?
We're engaging in gay sex now.
You don't have to force me to watch this one.
At least we've got two. Oh shit! Here, if we're gonna do this circle jerk, I'm right here.
Wow.
As I was telling the chat, I like the tariffs. The price of my renovations got cut in almost half just because I waited a few months till things got out of control. It's working out great for me. So hopefully all my renovations are finished by the time the tariff wars are done.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely ways that individuals can benefit from even bad economic policies, right? Like,
I'm happy.
My whole silver glut that I'm back on again, by the way, I just bought a lot more silver shares, is all directly a response to tariffs and inflation, right? Like it's all me seeing the economic negatives, right?
It only causes inflation if we keep importing. This
Brother, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Demonstrates improvement on our local distribution. We can do this locally.
What if Trump told you that if you jerked off the guy next to you? What if it was Trump saying that? Would you then do it?
Oh God. He's flicking that bean.
I don't jerk off anyone. I'm not into that.
How can I convince you to stop thinking for yourself and just like do things philosophically? I mean, because when you said it's a philosophical position, what I heard you say is, and I'm not saying this is true, but what I heard you say is I'm retarded because you can't use a philosophical with some things. Like if I were to say, well, the reason why I engineered this building this way is because of a philosophy.
How do I ground theology?
Huh?
How do I ground theology?
Well, you take your shoes off and walk outside barefoot and hug a tree.
I don't do that. So you're wrong.
That's just grounding.
No, it's not. That's not the system.
It is.
You don't ground theology because it's based in faith and it's not a grounded thing. It's an irrational
I'm grounded on faith alone.
Johnny Pedros, can I get a mic check?
Not Protestant.
I get it. You're proud. You're proud
Johnny.
that you abandoned.
Yeah, what's it?
Certificate of ordination.
Oh yeah, I was just doing a screen cover, but yeah, you didn't know that I was an Orthodox priest, did you? Wait till Father Joseph finds out. I've been playing the long con with him. I'm just juking him out so that.
Well, see, Dusty, they can just yell that you're schismatic and not listen to you.
Did you
get
that is true. That is
probably the best Tool song too. I'd be like, hell yeah, I am. That's the best Tool song.
Do you have any apostolic succession at all?
Brother, I'm not a homosexual, so I'm not going to debate.
Oh, you're homosexual. Yeah, you already.
Again, I said I'm not a homosexual.
So were most of the great church leaders.
Stop drawing me into your lies.
This got fun all of a sudden.
I actually have. My parents got us one of these blankets that like you plug in, or a comforter or something that you plug into the wall, and it's supposed to like make you super strong or some shit. I don't know.
What? Not keep you warm?
What?
It's called a grounding blanket, and it's got
Okay.
Today,
my wife bought one of those. My wife bought one of those weighted blankets, but I don't know about the grounding blanket.
I fucking love a good weighted blanket.
Oh yeah, no, bro. That's the
you like
worst
things
thing.
on. You like things on top of you, huh?
I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
Well, you know.
It's cool because crushing is one of my fetishes.
Oh God.
Just out of curiosity, because I know OG's said something to me before, but chat and panel, like this is the economic graph that models what tariffs do, right? It is simple in simple terms. If I were to like explain this sort of shit, is that something that y'all would find interesting or boring as fuck? I'm not doing it now. I'm just saying, like,
that's snooze, dude.
Bro, I want some of your time to do that on my channel, regardless if they like it over here or not.
Okay, type a 1 in the chat if you think that would be interesting, and type a 2 in the chat if you think I should just save that boring ass shit for OGs.
As a woman who is really not knowledgeable in any of that stuff, I actually do pay attention when you talk about it because I'm trying to understand and be able to at least keep up with the conversation.
Okay,
So
It's pretty much just a flex. It's pretty much a flex to like intimidate motherfuckers to lower their prices and agree.
if
not.
it is
Right.
the case that outside sources importing goods are tariffed, would that follow that?
Nigga, I don't know if we're having this conversation right now.
Have you been drinking, Jeff?
I was wondering the same thing.
I'm just wondering if you're going to deal with my argument.
Sure.
No, fuck your
I
argument.
think people are trying
You're
to.
retarded and your shit's all fucked up.
People are trying to.
Shit's all fucked up. Are you sure?
Beth, hold on real
Yeah,
quick before I
yeah.
lose the thought. Beth,
Deal with the argument. You even let me get it through.
all right.
Jeff.
The argument is. Hold on a second for the argument. Beth, I did have something I want to tell you. I was lurking in the bushes yesterday, and I heard you do a sympathy grift. What have I told you about that?
I'm a bad, bad girl, and now I owe you.
I know you are. Don't ever explain to people why you need the money. That's all.
Right.
Do I get my spanking now or later?
You get crushed. OG, go over to Beth.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. You said
Well,
it too many
it
times.
wasn't
until you left. It
What are you
wasn't
trying to
until you
do
left.
here?
Why'd you have to say that right as I took a drink?
I
It's
can't
okay.
wait.
I
I
made a
can't
huge-
wait.
I made a huge pan of homemade mac and cheese. I'll just distract him with a big bowl and
Is it better than your? Is it as good as your pasta salad? The legendary
it's better
pasta
than
no,
my
not the
pasta
pasta
salad, you fucker.
I just want to steal Josh's pizza stones back.
I'll give you all of them.
Can I use
Similar
them as
questions
target
I had
practice?
about those videos I sent you. That message for this. Did you send me something that I missed, or are you talking about something I forgot about?
That platter of mac and cheese should keep you busy for about 2 minutes. Enough time to get away.
Depends on how cheesy.
Fucking bear to picnic. What's you say, buddy? Sorry.
Depends on how cheesy it is.
Oh, it's good. My
Johnny
son
has
is,
that connection.
Hello?
huh?
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully you guys can hear me. I have
Yeah.
bad internet today for some reason.
So
Is it
Y'all hear-
moist?
Yes.
it shouldn't be. It should be dry. Crush her harder.
It's moist,
She's
but I
into
also
No moisture. No moisture. All crush.
it's moist, but I also threw it in the oven with the breadcrumbs and
nasty.
shit.
It feels better if it's dry.
It's moist on the inside. It's
When
nice
you were
and
mixing it,
crisp.
did it sound like a
It's-
muck bucket in a mop?
It's nice and crisp on the outside, so you break into it with that spoon, and then it just
Oh,
really
the macaroni and cheese. She's stirring it. I get it now. I'm retarded.
Oh my gosh.
good.
Wait, that's
Wop,
not what
wop.
were you?
Yes.
You
I
know, when
was talking about mac and cheese.
okay.
Oh,
I
I thought you were
was
talking
thinking about
something
like,
else too.
yeah, you know, when you stir macaroni and cheese like aggressively, that's what squirting sounds like.
Do you want to know what a funny thing that this reminds me of that I just saw a few minutes ago on YouTube? It said that the WNBA is again being plagued by purple dildos being thrown onto the court.
Oh my
They're
God.
throwing them at the players.
I had
I
no
swear
idea
to
that was a
God.
past plague.
They said again in the title.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, actually.
I didn't even know people watched it. So, fuck.
They just go there and throw dildos.
I will now. Like that made it so much more fun.
Yes. Do you want a video?
Do you? I want to know where the games are at. Maybe we need to go to one.
They will, man.
Hold on, I'll get it.
I remember the dildo on the football game like last
Where's
year.
Blizzy Blind at with his purple butt plug?
Oh my gosh.
Have we checked on Chuck? Have we had a Chuck check in a while?
Chuck. He
Yeah,
hasn't
he's
spent
snoring.
any money in a while. Either. I think he's asleep.
Yeah,
Charles?
if you unmute him, he's snoring.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick him out so his battery doesn't die and he can come back if he's not asleep. Good night, Chuck. Sleep well, sweet prince.
I was gonna say that.
It's not gay. It's not gay to kiss your homies on the forehead at night.
Yeah, that's what Glenn told Resto when he woke up with his ass.
It's not gay if you kiss your kid on. It's not gay if you kiss your
Dusty, it's only
son
2
on the
minutes.
lips.
I was about to ask what you said, and then I decided not to. OG, welcome to club owner tier, sir.
Yay! Congratulations.
Yay.
I finally got financially straight.
You got your YouTube monies today, huh?
Yeah.
So did I.
Well, that's what 1, 2 lap dances. I'm kidding.
I don't know how cheap lap dances are in New York, but that's maybe 1 lap dance.
You can afford it. You can each afford it.
How much were those hand jobs that you paid for in that place?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
That was the strip club that doesn't have strippers.
That was the most expensive hand job I've ever had.
I'm just saying, I was watching the video, I was like, I wonder how much that was.
I don't recall. I went because when I was in Vegas, I had to manage myself like this, right? Like, if I went to a casino, well, I guess we were staying in casinos all the time. But when I go to casinos or strip clubs, right, I walk in with the amount of money I want to spend. I don't just go in there and then figure out along the way, right? So I walked in with a certain amount of money to spend at the strip club, and when it was getting low, I was like, "Here, bitch, jerk me off, or else dance this out." And of course, being the good businesswoman she is,
time is money.
Time is money.
Can I get a range, like 100, 200?
Well, so I know that in the VIP area, when I gave her that offer, there was like I bought 4 dances. I said, "Here, do 4 more dances, or else, however long that risk take." And,
okay.
And so 4 dances. I don't know, 4 dances is like $100. Of course, I had been buying dances earlier, so if you're counting that too, it's significantly more. But the final offer was probably about $100 or so.
For a handy?
Yes.
That's crazy, bro.
Here we go.
I mean,
WNBA
it's not. I spent way more money than that earlier at that strip club, not getting. So we were in Vegas at the Sapphire Lounge, which is the biggest strip club in. Actually, I just looked the other day. It said maybe on Earth.
All of this was way outside the statute of limitations, by the way.
Right. I mean, it was legal. It was in Vegas at a strip club.
It's Vegas, dude.
Right.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, we were there for a bachelor party, and we were in the VIP area, so we were spending a lot of money anyways, just to party and fuck around and stuff. So $100 for a hand job, like that just wasn't nothing because we were spending way more money out there. Just like I spent as much money, on dinner that night, and I probably liked the hand job more. So,
I mean, a fucking shot is what, like fucking $20 in Vegas.
I don't know, but there's some things that you don't want to just like bargain shop on, and I feel like.
Yeah, bargaining for a hand job is fucking
lawyers, tattoo artists, prostitutes. Like these are all things that you kind of want to just not try to get the cheapest.
Hey, you said 100. I got $5. Come on, where can you point me?
Well, what I didn't want to do,
200.
What I didn't want to do is have her actually try to dance it out, right? Because if I went too low, she might be like, "Okay, here, let's do 4 lap dances in a row." And that would have been a bummer too. So... okay. What is it?
Hayes gets blocked by Maya Caldwell. Something quiet on the court, actually, from the crowd. The officials will say they will continue play as that goes off.
No way, that's real, dude.
And you can see the object, the block right there. And the object comes, that green thing bounces, and it goes to the sideline.
Oh my god, that's insane.
I'm not sure where it came from. no room for any of that type of activity. Yeah, and no one's picked the object up yet. You guys okay.
I love how they all trying to pretend like they don't know what it is.
They're all
Like, yeah, like what is that? Is that a bomb?
Got a whistle away from the basketball.
They're green dildos. They're not purple.
The new ones are purple. This is the ones before that.
Oh, look out. Something
This one
just
was
came
fun.
onto the floor. Got an object that just flew in as the free throw was being made.
This is the most entertaining the WNBA has been.
Too.
Yeah, for a fact,
It looks
bro.
like-
This is like streakers, dude. This is amazing.
That number 8 might actually be worth throwing some real dick at.
Locked and loaded.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Did it hit you? Absolutely nothing to say. Oh my God.
Are you okay? Did it hit you? What the fuck?
I went to a basketball game and got knocked upside the head with a peanut.
Turnovers.
There it is. Oh, fuck.
Chicago started this game so strong, Lisa. Remember they started out on that 12-3 run.
Something very, very, very interesting happened last night.
It's a little bit like douchebaggy, but I really do enjoy the dildo stuff. Somebody clipped that. Somebody clipped that. That was served up.
I got you. I got you, brother.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, there was more. There was more that was clipped. That's going to come back to haunt you one day.
It actually doesn't. Like, I say things all the time. Sometimes I just do it on purpose. Even I never, and it never does come back to haunt me. Like,
Well, I got you.
used to-
I got you. My bad.
you're a screenshot nightmare, but that's a different thing.
Well, no,
Who?
I started doing the screen record, but at the same time, like I don't care enough to get the timestamps. But I figured out how transcripts work, so I've been being a menace right now.
It makes shit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Like so I got to go back, and now that I'm a member, it was kind of dual sided because I fucked up the one from a few nights ago where it's like there's nothing better than telling your woman to, I'm not gonna repeat it.
Oh,
Fuck that.
yeah. Crazy
So
Mama sent that. Crazy Mama sent that to me on Discord. I started clipping. I started kind of formatting it into a short, and then I was like, right after the because I made a short out of the little hand job comment. I was like, maybe I need to space these out more.
You guys be out here. I'm not gay, yay.
I'm still
gotta
waiting
figure
patiently
out-
for those drug conversation shorts where you're trying to explain. Dude, I haven't said a word in, 3 months?
I know. No. That wasn't at you. That was at me because it's like, fuck. I know you're so right. Yeah. 13 cents and 5 powdered dusty memberships. Let's get Talcott. Let's get them. Where did Talcott bombs go? There it is.
So yeah, all men and women have the right.
Oh my God, is that it?
Thank you, 13 for the 5 gifted memberships. I need 21 more dollars to round the next 100, please. If you fine people would indulge me with 21 more dollars.
Come on, y'all. We need to see those whales.
Is it just me, or have I been pissing off a fucking debate bros and ortho bros a lot the past week?
You mean everybody?
Well, I mean, a combination of them being absolutely at the end of their rope versus you not tolerating any of their bullshit has resulted in them regularly becoming angry with you.
Yeah.
So wait, I've been pissing off everybody? I mean, I knew I pissed off Miss Cynthia, Beth, but what did I do to you?
Man. Not me. If I had a quarter for every person in the last the last 2 months who's been like, I am so pissed off at OG, I'd have a good chat.
Name names.
Name and shame.
I have about $300. If I had a quarter for every person,
that's exactly how much I need.
I'm serious, Beth. I want to know who I pissed off. I don't even know who I'll be making mad.
Well, that's the thing, is I think we all piss people off, and then they fucking go grrr, and then they get the fuck over it, and like 5 minutes later, they like don't even think about it again.
No, I've made Paige angry. Glacier Maniac is angry. I think I pissed Emmett off. Fucking Marte is like permanently pissed. Speakeasy is fucking hurt.
I actually think he hates me more than you.
We should ask him who he hates most. That'd be a fun conversation.
Which one of y'all have been goofy of the day most?
I've only been at once.
Yeah,
I've been twice.
OG. He would never do that to a woman. A woman would never get that because, well, they're a woman.
Sarah got it. Sarah got it.
Women get. He's
Oh,
given
Sarah,
it to
oh yeah,
women.
that's right. Sarah did.
Cynthia, I'm shocked we
Has
haven't
he?
ended
Okay.
up on it yet.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, see, the thing is too. I've been turning my brain on and getting these motherfuckers goats, and I don't know why. It's just been like as slow. It's like a sleeper cell. It's been activating. And
Is that what you think you've been doing? You think your brain's been turned on? Is that what?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go after that one, dude.
That's a pretty prestigious. You know what? Let's unpack this, OG.
I'm not
Here we
doing this
go.
with you, Flo. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Why do you want it so bad?
So if we were going to unpack this,
Is it because I told you no? Is that what you wanted?
You've never told me no, and besides, I don't need consent. I'm just curious about.
I don't need consent. I'm gonna touch your feelings no matter how much you like it or not.
I don't need his consent for a kidney.
let's get it
on.
on.
Careful, Dusty. He'll fuck you to prove a point.
I think Dusty won't.
He stole that line from me. That's my line, even.
Yeah, I did. I did steal it from you, Ann. It's mine now.
That's my real life he stole.
I'm not speakeasy. I'm not speaking. I'm not speakeasy. I didn't steal your life story. All right. Somebody told me about that. I've been meaning to ask you about that. Did he steal your fucking story? Your life stories? Speakeasy. How you got out of the bad people life?
Oh, he was pretending to be a thug before me, I think.
Oh, okay. Because like a bunch of people told me, like, I can't remember exactly who it was who had started telling me about it, but they were like, yeah, Speakeasy basically stole Flo's story.
Oh, I mean, I haven't heard. Maybe he has, but I haven't heard him say anything too specific. I've never heard him say I've heard him say like, "Oh, I used to be a DJ, and I used to be a dealer," but like never with any specificity. Did we lose? What's
Yeah,
all right?
Jeff left us.
Geoff, I am going to disconnect your restreams. Thank you for joining. Come again. Thank you. Come again. Anybody watching on Jeff's end, if you would like to come to the Powder Dusty on YouTube at the Powder Dusty, this is where we'll be continuing on. It's gonna be great. We're all about to get naked, except for the dudes. It'll just be the chicks, and we're getting some more chicks too. Actually, this panel's about to turn into nothing but naked hot chicks, so don't miss it.
I'm already naked.
Oh my god. The grip's gonna get zesty.